SIPC. Center Street Wealth Management Group is a separate entity of Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network. Since 1962, East 10 Reynolds has taken care of your equipment needs, from big contractor jobs to home improvements. The highly qualified staff at East 10 Reynolds can get you the right equipment and tools you need to complete any job. Your Bobcat, Steel, and Gravely dealer. And it or buy it. East 10 Reynolds. Come see us today in Johnson City. East Reynolds. What you need it.
East Tennessee State University provides personalized, innovative, and hands-on learning opportunities. At ETSU, your education is more than just textbooks and lectures. The world is your classroom thanks to experiential learning opportunities filled with real-world value. Students and alumni have earned prestigious internships and jobs at Disney, Google, and Hollywood blockbuster companies, helping you go from enrolled to employed. That's the ETSU Edge. Join us at etsu.edu/edge.
Now back to Ingalls High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
All right, welcome back to J. Fred Johnson Stadium. A beautiful mid-August Friday night. It doesn't get better than this for high school football. Normally, we're scorching up here in the press box and down on the field, but as good a weather we've had for a season opener in quite some time, and it's good to be back up above the field looking at Bays Mountain. Of course, we'll have, I'm sure, a beautiful sunset here in an hour or so here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, 2022 season opener. I'm Steve Wilmoth, back for year number 12 on the mic. And, of course, we have some changes. High school football changes every year. We're changing this year on your Voice of the Indians. You're used to hearing Todd Freeman down on the field. Todd joining us in the booth, replacing our good friend Tiger Brooks, who told us back in July, Todd, that he would be taking a position down in Seymour at First Baptist Church Seymour. And as much as Tiger Brooks loves Dobyns-Bennett football, loves the Indians, he loves the Lord more, and that was where his call took him. We will miss him. We wish he and Tiger and Ellie the best of luck, and it was a great 7 years with Tiger. But Todd, after many years on the field, it's good to welcome you in the booth, and I'm excited.
I am too. So, we spent quite some time together with baseball in the booth, and I filled in for Tiger, and I tell you what, it's bittersweet for me. I love Dobyns-Bennett football. Tiger was such a great importance for us, our broadcast, Sports and One, and what he's done. We miss him. We're not going. I can't replace him. I can't bring what he does, but I tell you what, I think he's going to have a great opportunity to see more in Seymour First Baptist Church. We miss him, and there's a chance that we might use him on the radio for Church.
We're not.
And of course, when we met with him, the first thing he was there. The first thing I said was, like, is there any way you can drive back and forth?
That's right.
We understood. We miss him. I tell you what, Steve, I'm looking forward to being up here. And I'll tell you this. I'm a football fan. I've just worked around a long time. I'll tell you what, I think saying that, we definitely upgraded on the sideline.
Well, speaking of the sideline, we welcome to the ESPN Tri-Cities Voice of the Indians team a former Dobyns-Bennett player, 1998 to 2001, coached here 10 years, starting in 2006. His dad's still on the record books here, you told me a little while ago, and one of the longer-standing records in Dobyns-Bennett football. Of course, we're talking about who's now the head golf coach here at Dobyns-Bennett. We're talking about Michael Holt. Michael's down on the field. Michael, we are excited to welcome you to ESPN Tri-Cities Voice of the Indian team.
Guys, I really appreciate it. It's a fun opportunity. I'm really excited to be here. And I tell you what, if being down here on the field already, if there's one thing that hadn't changed, those chill bumps are exactly the same as they were as a coach.
I think one thing that you maybe got to bring that I can't is how, with doing the broadcast and being on the sideline, the guys are wanting to make it the first team of the season. How does it feel to be on the broadcast side than it does on the playing side or defense?
A whole lot different. I'll be honest, a whole lot different. On that coaching side, I'd say there's a whole lot more thinking going on than I'm having to do right now. I'm just sitting here enjoying them. There's a lot of intensity down here, and I think that's getting built upon real quick.
Well, Michael was known for his intensity when he was a player and a coach, and he'll have some intensity down there on the sideline with us. We're anxious to have his viewpoint down there. And the sideline reporter for us has always been a second analyst. You did that down there, and he brings a unique perspective down there on the field and what he's going to see.
Yeah, and the thing that Michael can bring to us is what it's like playing for Dobyns-Bennett, what it's like being on this coaching staff. He'll be able to tell us some things that I couldn't do about maybe more. We analyze what the coaches are doing. Michael's been in that position. What it's like playing in the morning grade, what it's like when the band starts up. And hopefully he'll be able to bring some things to us, like some more insight. I know he will, and I'll tell you what, we were really concerned, and we were really trying to find that guy. We're so glad that Michael's that guy.
Absolutely. We're also on the live stream tonight, so if you're watching on YouTube, welcome in. Spivey, King and Spivey, the sponsor for the YouTube broadcast tonight. We appreciate those folks coming on board. They sponsor, I think, pretty much every time. You can see the graphic there on your screen. So we appreciate Dobyns-Bennett Athletics, Assistant Athletic Director Jimmy Burleson allowing us to give you the audio of the live stream. Video kills the radio star, and they're allowing the video to help the radio star.
They are, and we appreciate them. And through like you said, brought by Spivey, King and Spivey, if you need any kind of lawyer or advice in the law or whatever, call those guys. And on the video, 423-245-4185. There's such not just for this live stream, but there's such a component of Dobyns-Bennett, and we appreciate everything that Spivey, King and Spivey does, not just to get this broadcast out there that helps it free of charge, you can watch it free of charge, but also just what they do for Dobyns-Bennett.
All right, with that, some things changing in the order here in the pregame at Dobyns-Bennett High School. So we're going to take a quick timeout, come back. We're going to jump right into the coach's interview. Todd spent a long time with Coach Joey Christian on the field. We need to get that interview in before the Dobyns-Bennett starting lineups are brought to you a little bit later. So we'll take a 2-minute timeout. On the other side, words from your head coach Joey Christian about tonight's season opener against the Tennessee High Vikings. We're back in 2 minutes right here on ESPN Tri-Cities.
I'm Bob Childress with Hamlet Dobson.
12 minutes deep.
When high school football began in this community, back in 1921, the games played a little different. Players were not required to wear headgear, and teams sometimes used a single wing formation, in addition to the basic T formation that is used today. In 1921, Hamlet Dobson was providing quality service to local families. That game will never change. Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1916.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you every stage of life with the best primary care and support, whether it's you or the people you love most. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients. Call 877-464-1213.
Whether you're looking for more pulling power or you simply want to blow the competition away, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler in Kingsport. Jeff's Pipe and Muffler specializes in custom exhaust systems, Flowmaster, Joule exhaust, MagnaFlow exhaust, manifolds, oil changes and brakes, and automotive repair. To unleash your engine's beast, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler. No appointment needed. We can hear you coming. That's Jeff's Pipe and Muffler, 817 East Sullivan Street, Kingsport. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30.
Want a good laugh? Watch those funny insurance ads on TV. Want seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance? Come to Jenkins Insurance Group in Kingsport, an independent Erie insurance agent. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie year after year. Call Jenkins Insurance Group for a quote today. 23245-ERIE. That's 245-3743.
Now back to Ingles High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Well, Coach Christian, I tell you what, it's seemed like we was here just yesterday, and 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Well, Coach Christian. One. Well, Coach Christian, I'll tell you what, it seemed like we were here just yesterday and talking about going to the playoffs, and now here we are in week 1 of 2022.
You're right on that. Time flies. The older I get, the quicker it goes for sure. So, yeah, you know, it goes quick in season. It goes quick out of season. So, but you know, I'll tell you what. It's first of all, I'm glad it's August 19th, and I'm glad we're opening up in J. Fred, and we're ready to get the 2022 season started. But you know, I'm also glad that we had a lot of time to work to develop these kids and to get them ready for what we think is going to be a better 2022 season than it was in 2021.
Coach, I know you got a lot of kids coming back. You got some new faces and everything else. Let's talk about really, you come out of a summer camp. Basically, you get into the first week of preparation. How excited are the kids of beating up on each other and actually playing a real game?
Well, I think the monotony of it, you know, it used to be, you're right, you beat up on each other and everybody was, you know, just battle-worn and battle-tested. You know, in today's world of football, you just don't beat up on each other. You know, we don't. I honestly, our running backs, since we started in July, have only been in 3 situations where they've been tackled to the ground. You know, we did one inter-squad day of scrimmage, and we scrimmaged 2 teams outside. You know, listen, the most important time for us to have our running backs and all of our skill guys and things like that was August the 19th. So we didn't want to lose any of them before that. So we try to be very protective of the kids and practice very smart and things like that. Now, I'm not saying we're not physical now. We're going to be physical with the guys, you know, with those big ugly guys up front. Now, we try to be physical with them, but we try to really protect everybody and things like that, the way we practice and things. I think we've done a good job of that. And if you look at it, we've only got, I think, 3 guys on the injury report, and that's you know, and that's going to be good. That's good.
Coach, also for your spring training, then we'll get to the other team. But you did miss a scrimmage too. How did that affect y'all any by missing that scrimmage?
The one in the summer here?
No, the rain out here.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yes, I can't state how much that hurts us. Now, I mean, did it hurt us getting better? Yes. Did it hurt us to go against a quality team like we were going to go against that night that we didn't get to go against? Of course. But what it did was, you know, like, Todd, I can't gauge this team. I can't gauge, you know, I can't gauge really like who we are. How good are we, or how good are we at this position or that position? You know, there's some things. We went down to Knox Central, had a very good scrimmage, and then we scrimmaged Lord Botetourt at Emory last week, and we had a very good scrimmage. But now what they do is not, it doesn't give every position group an idea to play how the game's going to be played, really, in most of our games this year. There might be a couple down the road that does help us or help us on. But yeah, not having that scrimmage is where, you know, I just can't say, you know, where we are as we start the season. There's a little bit of a mystery and unknown starting tonight.
Well, Coach, you know, we came out and talked to you on media day, and there was still a lot of unknowns, and a good unknowns, because you had a lot of kids that were still battling for playing time and starting positions and all that.
Yeah.
Are you still kind of there, and you still got a lot of guys that, I mean, I know you got a starting lineup, but are you expecting to get a lot of kids in tonight?
Well, we are. If you know, if they have proven that they can help us and create, you know, they give us the best opportunity to win the football game, then heck yeah, we're not gonna hurt a kid's chance on that. If they've worked their tail off and, you know, and it's close, then we're certainly going to do that. But then in other situations, you know, Todd, you can flip it around. There's other situations that we were at media day. We weren't sure about, you know, if this kid was going to play or at this position, who was going to battle it out. Now, there's others that it was sorted out, and we'll play who we play there. So there's some positions, running back especially, we'll play we could play a lot there. Wide receivers, the 3 receiver spots, we could play a lot there. So, tight ends will play a lot. So, it's just different spots have different things.
Well, and Coach, something you did hit on too is of course we've kind of already looked at the starting lineup. A couple of new faces on the offensive line that are young, but I think the talent is going to be real exciting there.
Well, for sure. We have. You talk about competition. I stress it all the time to these kids and with the program. If we're going to be great, not good. We don't want to be good. We want to be great. If we're going to be great, then we're going to have competition because life's going to be about competition for these kids when they get out in life. So you go and you look at us now. We have, we had 5 guys returning that had a minimum 4 games starting in the offensive line. And then when you look at it, we're only going to start 2 of those. So that tells you the competition. That tells you what we have there. So, but we're excited about it. That means at backups or maybe some spots where we play a couple guys at a spot, we got experience, and we feel very, very comfortable about the depth there.
Coach, defensively wise, what do you have coming back, and how do you feel about your defense?
Well, we got our leading tackler from last year back. That'll make you sleep a little better at night. Branson Carswell, we've moved him from Mike to Will, so there's some differences there. There's a whole lot of differences in the coverage and the pass drop and the coverage game in the back end, how he ties into the back end. But obviously we're excited about him. Just the ball just kind of finds him, But his linebacker tandem mate there, Andrew Myers started. He did start the William Blunt game too. So I guess he started 2 games last year. Had an interception in the Blunt game and played well. So he's got experience. He's not like totally green there. And then coming back last year, I thought Nigel Vidal at the end of the year was really what we had thought. We go into the playoffs. Maryville's not throwing an interception. He picks one off in the end zone. Played really well. Nigel really's worked on his craft. George Evans will start. He started the last 5 games last year, last six games last year, and played really well. Obviously, senior year, and he's developed himself. Nicholas McVeigh started on the D line last year. He's back as a returning starter, and I guess I believe that's it for our defensive guys that are return starter. But I like those guys too. I like the way we played. I like the physicality we showed. I like how we ran to the football in the preseason.
Yeah, and I guess you got Mullins as well that didn't start last year, but he definitely got some snaps last year.
No, he did, and a lot of the guys that were playing, got snaps at times and everything. So yeah, Cannon Mullins is one of those guys who got some snaps, and he'll play our outside linebacker position, and expect good things for him. We'll play Tony Simpson at that position as well. Tony got some special teams reps last year, so we're excited about him. But then, some of the other guys that as we that'll be getting time there. Braylon Banks will start on the D-line. But Braylon Banks was one of those offensive linemen. He didn't play any snaps of D-line last year, but he started, probably 8 games, I guess, on the offensive line. So he's seasoned, just not at the position he's playing tonight. Chris Harris is a kid that, I think is going to have an extremely special year for us. But he's a kid that broke his leg in spring practice last year. He comes out, then he gets hurt again in July, and he was really never healthy until probably the calendar clicked into October, and we thought he would really provide a spark for us last year. And it just never happened. But time we got back to the end of the season last year, he was getting some time at our jack position, and so we're excited about him. He'll also start at left tackle on the offensive line. He's one of our 3 guys that'll go both ways.
And Coach, it's got to be nice to have all your kickers and special teams back.
Yeah, that's such an important part. We just had our specialty meeting, and we stressed that. to those guys, especially first game is a time where special teams can really create an advantage for you, and we needed to create an advantage last year. We had the punt return. If you go back to the last 3 games against Tennessee High last year, Hayden Russell's punt return for a touchdown really kind of turned the game. Before that, Grayton Manning had a 62-yard punt, I believe it was, and flipped to field position. Then they punt out of their end zone, and Russell returns that. So that was a big play there. If you go back to 2 years ago, the opening kickoff, Isaac Ratliff ran it down to the 6-yard line. We start, there's 11 minutes, and there's about 11 minutes and 50
Cannon Mullins, 1 long snapper.
Grayton Manning, 16, punter kicker.
Titan Thomas, 42, kicker punter.
Nicholas McVeigh, 58, PT.
Brandon Banks, 53, nose. Chris Harris, 64.
Justin Hale, 40, defensive end.
Cannon Mullins, number 1, outside linebacker.
Andrew Myers, 24, linebacker.
Branson Carswell, 4, linebacker.
Nigel Vidal, 20, cornerback.
Jonathan Gillespie, 0, corner.
Hayden Russell, 2, strong safety.
George Evans, 5, free safety. John Tebow, 77, offensive tackle.
Chris Harris, 64, offensive tackle.
Will Ford, 70, right guard. Gavin Comerford, 55, left guard.
Carson Christian, 57. Brody Dunford, 32, tight end.
Dakari Dixon, 7, slot receiver.
Hayden Russell, 2, wide receiver.
Jonathan Gillespie, 0, wide receiver.
And Franklin, 22, running back.
Jake Carson, 13, quarterback.
The Indians are coached by head coach Joey Christian, defensive coordinator Teddy Gaines, offensive coordinator Chris Thacker, associate head coach Nick Oliver. The Indians are assisted by Walter Schroff, Kevin Shipley, Jake Mullen, Ty Hayward, Dustin Gaines, Trey Trammell, John Ellis Davis, Ryan Wagner, Braden Buckles, and Nick Blackwell.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, please welcome the Dobyns-Bennett High School Marching Indian Band. The band is under the direction of patrons Brian Gilbert and Jacob Carpenter. Percussion instructors are Daniel Del Moro, Jeff Upshaw, and Josh Cassidy. Color guard instructors are Jen Garvey, Catherine Gilbert, Caroline Gilbert, and Judy Shell.
Give way to a freshman that the Vikings are exciting about, Preston Fegan. So it's a very young offensive line for the Vikings, and I think that's going to be a key tonight, is how will that Viking offensive line stand up against the Dobyns-Bennett defensive front?
Well, I think that is I think that's where it all starts. We don't know that their size is about everything, but I think both of these teams, I think, are going to have to get at the line of scrimmage for Tennessee High to have an opportunity to win this football game tonight. It is going to be up front. And, Michael, when you talk about an offensive line in the first game of the season, how important it is it more important to know your assignments, or is it important to just get a hat on that?
I think it's very important to know your assignments, but when you're this early in the season and you just hadn't banged heads with a whole lot of other people, I think knowing your assignments is important, but not making mistakes in those assignments is even more important at this time of the year, playing good, clean football, because you just don't know a whole lot to game plan with.
On defense for the Vikings, two good ones on the defensive end. Marcus Phelps, 6'1", 205, a senior. Ja'Shawn Hurton is a sophomore. They will get up the field. Indians will have to get an assignment correctly made on those two guys. Chris Wilson, a senior defensive tackle. James Smith, a senior. Not huge up front of the Vikings, and their linebackers have moved around. Their secondaries moved around a bunch. Jackson Elliott and Nick Osborne, two seniors, will be in the middle. Turner Elliott, 6'1", 215, a senior. The Sam linebacker. The corners are Fritz and Tudor, both starting on both sides of the ball. The safety is DeGear, another two-way starter, along with Trent Dowdell, a sophomore. Expect to see Mason Mays in there, too, a junior at a field corner position for the Vikings. Of course, their defensive coordinator now is Matt Chandler, an inside linebackers coach. He's been up there a long time, and he does a great job.
Well, he does, and I think it starts with Phelps. I remember him last year, Steve. I mean, he was very disruptive. I mean, he was very quick, was around the ball, could find the ball, and look for Phelps to be a problem child for the Dobyns-Bennett offensive line tonight.
Special teams for Tennessee High. When I was up there at Media Day back on July 22nd, almost a month ago already, they didn't really have any answers for the special teams and exactly what they were going to do. So we'll see who lines up. I know DeGear punted last year, and I think they've got Thatcher Hatton, a junior that could have won the place-kicking job. So we'll see who got that job. I didn't get that on the flip chart correctly, but nonetheless, it was Thatcher Hatton that they think will be the place kicker. Tennessee High, as I mentioned, their 104th edition of Tennessee High Viking football. They started playing in 1919. The Vikings are 642, 367 and 24 overall, with the state championship in 71 and 72 and the national title in 71. Tennessee High's first of 12 conference championships came under the direction of former Tennessee volunteer John Barnhill, who in 1929 then went on to be the head coach of both Tennessee and Arkansas, and he was the Arkansas athletic director for over 2 decades until 1971, and the former Arkansas basketball arena was named after him, Barnhill Arena. Wow. So they've got some interesting history, not just with those national titles. And it's a proud football school, a proud football tradition, and they've been known for their tough veer-type offense, wing T offense over the years, strong defense. And Michael, you've played and coached against those teams. Just how tough is this Viking football team and that tradition they bring here?
There is no doubt about the Tennessee High Vikings being tough. They've proven that year in, year out. This squad looks to be much the same from what I see of them down here on the field. They're a team that you never have to think about them not playing hard. They're always going to play hard. You're always going to have your hands full.
Of course, Tommy Hunley, a lot of the plays that they used to run under Coach Hunley still on the wall up in the Viking Keep, as they call it. Those national championship trophies and memorabilia are there, and we did all the player and coaches interviews standing right underneath those things. And so when I say they've really brought in tradition, they haven't. Why not? I mean, how many schools have won a national title around here?
There's not any that I know of. And you talk about, and they are putting money in the program. I mean, and what they're doing to the Stone Castle. I mean, they're renovating it. So a very powerful program.
No doubt about it. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. Come back. Let's look at your Dobyns-Bennett Indians. We're back in 2 minutes on ESPN Tri-Cities.
The 2 head coaches, a referee, and a representative of the security team. Each is reviewing their responsibilities for the game. We ask that each spectator conduct themselves in a positive and sportsmanlike manner, and we encourage you to cheer for your team. Thank you for your cooperation.
Walking up that hill today, wore my ass down.
On May 7th, 2022, the Dobyns-Bennett Football Foundation hosted their 5th annual One Tribe Golf Classic at Richfield's Golf and Athletic Club. Their goal for the tournament is to provide financial assistance through the football program at Dobyns-Bennett. Through our sponsors, we are building a community that will provide year-round support for our current and future players. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line, where we would like to recognize one of our top sponsors tonight. Would you please welcome Tim, Shannon, and daughter Hannah Hurd of Domino's Pizza. Thank you for your generous support of Dobyns-Bennett football.
Yeah, that's not the game plan. Yeah. How you been? Good?
Reminder fans, restrooms and concession stands are located on the visitor side behind the seating area, also on the home side behind the lower seating section, and on the middle concourse level.
She is sitting with Linda.
Special needs and wheelchair accessible seating is located on the home seating side. Located on the concourse level, a wheelchair accessible area is also located on the home side between the stadium tunnel entrance and the field house. There are also special needs areas on the visitors' side. Thank you.
Indian Nation, please welcome to the field the Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers. Team members include Kaylee Fletcher, Kelsey Riley, Chloe Napier, Abby Hathaway, Caitlin Schubert, Chloe Stefan, Andrea Gordon, Aubrey Deal, Lily Arnold, Maddie Boland, Lee Wright, Claire Edson, Maddie Watts, Mercedes Hill, Caroline Clayball, Amaya Wolf, Lainey Morris, Marley Qualls, Ava Sanders, Isabella Dye, Anna Wampler. The Spirit Shakers are under the direction of Amanda Cox and Maggie Boer. Choreography by Valerie Brown. The 2022-2023 Spirit Shakers.
Mom turned 99 days. Yeah.
Indian fans, if medical attention is needed while at J. Fred Johnson Stadium or on the Dobyns-Bennett campus, please contact a stadium usher, police officer, or public safety personnel near you, or call 911 to request assistance. Fans, also remember there is no re-admittance. If you leave the stadium, you will be required to purchase another ticket. It's available and will be subject to search by police or stadium personnel to re-enter J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Thank you.
Right. I'm serious. I'm all right. Get across family right
Remind your fans the following items are not allowed in J. Fred Johnson Stadium: backpacks, coolers, weapons of any kind, umbrellas, outside food or drink, oversized stadium seats or folding chairs, and artificial noisemakers. J. Fred Johnson Stadium is a smoke-free and tobacco-free facility, including e-cigarettes. Thank you. the Dobyns-Bennett Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. Tonight's Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Senior Airman Zoe Bird. Team members include Cadet First Lieutenant Carson McMurray, Cadet Technical Sergeant Cody Cutler, and Cadet Airman Valerie Cruz Lopez and Hallie Cook. The Dobyns-Bennett Junior ROTC is commanded by United States Air Force Retired Colonel Eric Vogt and United States Air Force Retired Chief Master Sergeant Melody Blankenship. We now ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. And now we ask you remain standing. Remove your caps and place your hand over your heart. Veterans, you are encouraged to render a hand salute in honor of America as the Dobyns-Bennett Marching Band under the direction of Leif Cook plays our national anthem.
Thank you very much, Dobyns-Bennett Indian Marching Band. That concludes Coach Jerry Christian pregame reports. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned for the kickoff. This is Dobyns-Bennett Indian football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Max Medicine Mart offers an array of different services, friendly and experienced pharmacists and staff to make your visit quick and easy. For your convenience, you can get your immunization or vaccination with a full line of medical equipment for purchase or rent. We offer Good Foods Grocery for healthy food options. Unique Boutique has stylish apparel and accessories. Come see us today and score big with Max Medicine Mart.
Different name with the same great services. The leading insurance agency in downtown Kingsport has changed its name to McGriff Insurance Services, but everything else remains the same. McGriff Insurance Services provides property and casualty insurance, employee benefits, life and pension plans, financial services, and specialty insurance programs. They partner up with the best insurance companies around the world to provide all types of coverage. Visit Steve Harville's sales team at 433 East Center Street in downtown Kingsport. McGriff Insurance Services.
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. And that's why Select 7 Credit Union rallies every day to bring you the most competitive auto and mortgage loan rates available, along with free checking, online statements, mobile banking, and fast and friendly service. Join our winning team. Visit our Kingsport TO at East Stone Drive or online at select7cu.org. We've been serving area families for over 73 years. Select 7 Credit Union, helping you select a brighter future. Proud sponsor of the Dobyns-Bennett Indian, federally insured by the NCUA. If you've been accused of a crime or face any legal problems and you need a lawyer, there's a number you can call for help. If you're having legal difficulty with family law or you need legal counsel, there's a place for you to turn. Call the experienced law firm of Spivey, King & Spivey at 423-245-4185 for a confidential attorney-client consultation, or go to Spivey, King &
I'm ready. Come on.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill. It's a dangerous love affair. Can't
intercepted by Carswell at the 35. All the way down to the one touchdown try.
Back to throw, looking, throwing. Touchdown, Dobyns-Bennett. Dives, touchdown.
Gillespie in the end zone. Touchdown. Graves up the middle, breaks the tackle, still in his feet. Graves.
Yeah, I said it be. You can call me Caesar. In a dog season. Please follow the leader. So Eric B. We microphone fiend is the return of the He's God. Ain't nobody pressure up in
The arrival of the Indians through the big door. Tiger Brooks is checked in, listening in. Hello, Tiger, and here comes the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Through the gate, below the sign that says 812 career Dobyns-Bennett wins. The band plays, the fans rise, and here comes the try.
Mr. Holt, this is the first time you've been on the sideline in a while, and the first time as a sideline reporter. Does it bring back memories? Does it bring back chills?
All kinds of both of them, guys. All kinds of both. I was standing right here as they came around the corner, entering the sideline as they came in the stadium, and it about got me right there now.
Yep. It even about gets transplanted folks who have come aboard. I'll let y'all figure that out.
I did.
Dobyns-Bennett captains tonight. Carson Christian looks to be a captain. Also Hayden Russell, Christopher Harris, and Jake Carson for the Tribe as they will head to midfield and have the proverbial coin toss. For Tennessee High, the captains include Trent Dowdell, Marcus Phelps. I think that's Dowdell, number 10, yeah. And also for the Vikings, Evan Bedwell, number 56. Had a chance to spend some time at Media Day with Mr. Bedwell. Very impressive young man. Really enjoyed my conversation with him. And he really gets what the Tennessee High Viking tradition is all about. Believes he can play at the next level. And I think he can too.
Well, and that's good. I mean, we'd like to see these kids get that opportunity if they wanted to play at the next level. And looking at him, it looks like he could. And you know, I think that's a big thing that we see out of Tennessee High. You know, they've not had the record in the last couple of years that they would like to have, but I think that tradition is still there. I think that they could get some.
Dobyns-Bennett has won the toss. They defer to the second half.
Position. We'll see Tennessee High back to where they need to be. And of course, as far as they're concerned, that for them starts tonight.
Tennessee High will receive the opening kickoff.
No question about it. Tennessee High 3-7 last year. The Vikings will. I didn't see who won the toss.
Yeah, we forgot to tell Michael that's his responsibility.
I got you guys. I got you. The Vikings going to receive.
Did you see who won the toss?
I believe the Vikings won the toss.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So the Vikings have won the toss. They choose to receive, and they will defend the baseball end of the stadium. So Dobyns-Bennett will kick off and defend the scoreboard end of the stadium here this evening. So Michael's on top of it. We didn't have to tell him to be apprised of
Just trying to stay alert down here, guys.
Tennessee High has a very challenging schedule, by the way, if you look at it. They open here at Dobyns-Bennett and have a bye, then go to Pulaski County, Virginia on September the 2nd, go to Karns on September the 9th. They'll play at the Stone Castle on the 16th and then travel the 23rd and the 30th to Abingdon and Morristown West. They don't have but one home game until the month of October.
Wow.
And only 4 total this year at home for the Vikings. So they're going to be the road Vikings this year.
They're going to be the road Vikings. And then, like you talking about the one, Steve, when they do go home, they play 3 in a row, and that's it.
That's it. Titan Thomas will kick off for Dobyns-Bennett. Back deep for the Vikings, a single setback. And that is Maddox Fritz. Thomas lines it up from the right hash mark. And Maddox will await the OK signal. And it is Tribe time game at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. The kickoff by Thomas angling towards the corner, and it goes off and up back and through the end zone for a touchback, and Tennessee High will start at the 20. So that little strategy there of kicking it towards the corner pays off again for Dobyns-Bennett.
You know, last year he did very, very well on his placing of his kickoffs, and looks like we've left off right where we're at.
So Jimmy Phipps, the quarterback for the Vikings, in shotgun formation, and immediately we have a whistle, and not sure what the whistle's all about, whether a play clock is not working.
We do have a ref, Mike, so I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's going all the way down here to the play clock guy.
It looks like a clock issue, guys.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's not. It is.
The tribe on defense, by the way, we didn't talk about it in pregame, but new defensive coordinator Teddy Gaines.
Yep.
With the first calls. Single setback for the Vikings there. Josh Bell to the left of Jimmy Phipps. A single wide out, two wide outs to left now, and H-back in motion sets up Cam left. Phipps hands it to Bell, runs in his own blocker. He'll come across the line, and he's tackled there after a short game. Tackled there by Dobyns-Bennett's Andrew Myers. So Bell gains a couple.
Guys, Carswell really made an impact there.
Also, Chris Harris apparently in there in the mix as well. 2nd 8. Almost the same formation for the Vikings. Dobyns-Bennett, a four-man front. Fake by Phipps. Keeps it, trying to get outside, and he can't do it. He's hemmed in and stopped. Maybe he lost a yard. Stop over there by Carswell. They'll say no gain.
You know, I tell you what, I don't know if they just kept it because he had to or not. I tell you what, the interior line of Dobyns-Bennett basically was in the backfield before he had a chance to hand that off, Steve.
It's 2 plays in a row right there, guys. We're getting an immense amount of penetration down here to start this game.
So George Evans also on the stop for Dobyns-Bennett. So it's 3rd and 8 for Tennessee High from the left hash mark. They'll send 2 out to the right. That being Fritz and Logan 2. They're stacked on top of each other to the right. Fitz in shotgun formation, rolling to his right. Here comes the Indian defense. He gets rid of it. Short pass is dropped. Might have had a first down. Dropped at about the 24, 25-yard line. Pretty good call against that Indian pass rush. And the pass was intended there for Josh Green. And it falls incomplete and be 4th down for the Vikings.
I tell you what, Andrew Myers did a great job. He got free from the from his linebacker position. Stephen put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Like you said, as a ball, maybe they could have been handled but thrown behind him. But a good series for this Dobyns-Bennett defense. And now we kind of got a stop and play all of a sudden.
Pass was incomplete.
Number 2, Hayden Russell.
The punter for Tennessee High his numbers are hard. It may be
dead ball foul on the Tennessee High bench, making contact with an official. That down counts. 4th down, half the distance from the 11.
Contact with an official. Personal foul called on Tennessee High for a contact with an official. Wow. Be half the distance. It'll be an 11-yard penalty back to the 11-yard line. And bring up 4th down and 19. So I think the punter, I can't tell the number back there.
It's going to be the guy.
The gear. Sends the ball and Russell back. Here is a short punt. It will hit. And did it hit a Viking or an Indian? I'm not sure whether it hit a Viking or the Indian. The Vikings jumped on it out at midfield. If it hit a Viking early, it'll come back to where, well,
and we got a flag on the play.
Another flag down.
We got another flag. Had holding on Dobyns-Bennett. We have a referee, Michael. We'll see if we can get it working.
Let's see what this does.
Get the call here.
During the kick, we have first touching by the kicking team. We also have holding on the return team. It'll be Dobyns-Bennett ball, 10 yards, penalized from the first touching spot, 1st and 10.
Right, so they said that Tennessee High touched the ball first. That's the penalty. Dobyns-Bennett guilty of holding. So the Indians will get the ball at the spot of the first touch, minus 10 yards. The punt will go, apparently, let's see. Where will they mark it off from? They've not marked it off yet. They're still talking.
Well, he threw the beanbag, so I'm thinking right about where they're standing, around the 31, 32.
Correction. Because the receiving team committed a foul during the return, we have to enforce from the end of the play. It'll be Dobyns-Bennett ball, 1st and 10, enforced from the end of the kick.
So they get credit, Tennessee High gets credit for all that yardage after they illegally touched it, and it went about 20 yards down to midfield.
Well, let's say this. The illegal touch went farther than the kick. I mean, the kick was only about 15 yards at the most, and then all of a sudden they batted it about another 20 yards. So a real special teams play here early in this football game.
Well, they said special teams would play a factor, but I didn't really count on that. Jake Carson, the starting quarterback for Dobyns-Bennett, shotgun formation, hanging right up the middle. And breaking through the line across the 40, out near first down yardage, is the sophomore running back for Dobyns-Bennett, Peyton Franklin. He's got 10 yards. And your first Select 7 Credit Union of the Year, first down for the Tribe.
And I tell you what a hole right off the first play that this Dobyns-Bennett line made for the running back right there. That was incredible.
1st and 10, Tribe 45. Carson, shotgun formation, single setback again is Franklin. Gillespie out to the left. Russell and Dixon to the right. And again, they'll hand it to Franklin. This time not much doing. Stopped at the line for no gain.
Franklin on the carry for the Indians. Chris Wilson on the tackle for
Chris
the
Wilson
Vikings.
credited for the tackle for the Vikings. 2nd and 10, Dobyns-Bennett from the Indian 45. Just underway here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. No score. Season opener 2022. Steve Wilmer, Todd Freeman, Michael Holt along with you. Carson, shotgun formation. Dunford, the standing H-back there to the right. They'll go counter with Franklin going left. And across the line, maybe got a yard.
Franklin on the carry again for the
Tackle there by Tennessee High's Chris Wilson again. And Jackson Elliott.
You know, we talked about this defensive line for Tennessee High, and Wilson made 2 big stops. We ran right at him and couldn't get him blocked. And, 2 big defensive stands plays for Tennessee High.
Officially, Franklin credited with 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 8 from just inside the 47-yard line, left hash mark. And again for Dobyns, there's Dixon to the right. Carson wants to throw. Carson with time. Soft toss over here to Gillespie. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Gillespie has a first down all the way down to the Viking 28-yard line. And that is a gain of 25 yards. And a Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe.
I'll tell you what a great job by our offensive line right there, Steve. I mean, that was kind of a crossing route all the way across the field. And it takes a minute for that developed, and they gave Carson a big pocket to stand in there and make that throw.
1st and 10 at the Viking 27-yard line. Carson again in shotgun formation. Carson pass to Gillespie complete inside the 30. Gillespie just tripped up as he gets across the 25 to the 23. Tripped up there by Marcus Phelps.
If he hadn't been tripped up right there, guys, he might have taken that one. That was a last-ditch effort. He was close.
4-yard gain down to the 23. Back-to-back catches for Gillespie. And 2nd and 6 at the 23. 7:27 to go here. First quarter. Indians with Brody Dunford in there again at the standing. Dixon in motion. They'll give it counter to Franklin. Now Franklin Across the 20, inside the 20 for Dobyns-Bennett goes Braden Simpson. They're going to be on my toes here with these plethora of running backs that are going to be in there.
Yeah, we're used to seeing a lot of times a wide receiver bringing into play or something, but right now we're seeing a lot of, right now the running backs are getting swapped in and out quite a bit.
That will bring up 3rd down and 1 at the 18-yard line for Dobyns-Bennett. 3rd and 1. Indian drive started at the 35 after the penalty on the punt.
Steve, I believe they gave him the first down.
They sure did. That's a select 7 credit union first down. Thank you, Michael. 1st and 10 Indians. Carson to throw. Complete to Dixon at the 15. Makes a move. Dixon kicks it outside. 10, 5. Touchdown, Tribe. He was just too quick.
I tell you what, that was a great job by Carson, Jake Carson, to just get him the ball quickly in open space. And like you said, Steve, he just was too quick. Got a good seal block on the outside to get to that corner and walks in for 7.
So the Indians take it 65 yards and score the game's first touchdown.
On the replay, Steve, it was Nigel Vidal who had the seal block to let him get around to the corner.
On the left. The snap by Mullins. The hold is good. The kick by Titan Thomas is good. 6:23 to go first quarter. 7-0 Tribe. We're back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
To start seeing clearly again, visit Eye Center, the region's only cataract center. We're the only place for clear sight cataract.
I'm doing all right.
You're great.
Hey, Ho, you're the best one on the team right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to tell y'all that offense right there. That's about as patient as I've seen our offense look in a while, especially those skill guys, letting those cross routes clear. That was good stuff.
And that was a good throw by Carson, by Jake, not to throw it too hard at him.
Yes. Being patient. It's really nice. I love it.
How much bigger are we on the line down there? Are we sizably bigger than them, or about the same size?
No, we're bigger. We're thicker, guys. We're big. We're just thicker. We look stronger. How about that?
Supplies, general tool and safety supplies for both contractors and DIYers. Action Rentals Party Division offers superior event planning. They'll be by your side step by step to help plan your dream wedding. Elegant benefits, backyard party. Action Rentals and Sales, 1861 Northeastern Road, Kingsport.
Now back to Ingles High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
The Tribe goes 7 plays, 65 yards in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. An 18-yard pass from Carson to Dixon. Very patient offense that time, Michael, on the first possession of the year.
Absolutely, guys. I'm telling you, watching those crossing routes clear, being patient with that, taking a little off of it to hit the right receiver, waiting on your blocks. That was a great drive.
Thomas' kick will go into the end zone. And Tennessee High will start at its 20 once more. Two for 2, Thomas on touchbacks. And last year, Thomas was very effective on kickoff touchbacks. He had 30 and 54 attempts. And already 2 for 2 this year. Phipps, this time under center for the Vikings with 2 setbacks. 2 wideouts left and right. They'll give straight up the middle. Running back powering across the line, still in his feet. He's going to get close to 5 yards. Out about the 25-yard line for Tennessee High was Josh Bell.
Josh Bell on the carry for the Vikings.
It's kind of what Coach Christian said we could see was kind of that spread offense that we saw the first series, and back to some traditional veer-type stuff for Tennessee High here in the second time.
Yeah, and that's his traditional Tennessee High over the years. They like playing that big ball and playing veer and run the football.
Bell again straight up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's got first down yardage out to the 35-yard line, and a touchdown-saving tackle there made by Dobyns-Bennett. But do we have laundry on the field, or what's the situation? Whistles have sounded.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Guys, it looks like they got our sideline. Dobyns-Bennett sideline for the coach across the line, and if it was the coach I thought it was, it might have been his big toe.
During the play, we had sideline interference on Dobyns-Bennett. We enforced it as a dead ball foul. Add 15 yards to the end of the run. 1st and 10.
Okay. So a 10-yard run, a 15-yard penalty, and the Vikings are in business at midfield. First down and 10. And there's a give again. Bell just powering up the middle. He's going to have about 4 yards. That was a helmet. Yeah. Helmet came off with an Indian. He'll have to come out for it. Dobyns-Bennett coming out is Braylon Banks. But Bell another 4-yard run. Down to the 46. I don't know who was across. For a minute there, I thought that the officials might have thought that Michael was down there out of the box. He still was coaching. 2nd and 6. Phipps will give to Bell straight up the middle again. Bell's got another first down. He's corralled down about the 39-yard line. A gain of 6. That's Tennessee High Viking offensive front opening some holes here for Bell.
Hey, guys, it looks like they're going to try to ride Bell a little bit. He's a thick little booger, I'm telling you. He gets those legs moving.
Well, the biggest thing is, as I see, from up here, our middle linebackers are really not being contained. They're more running outside, and that's really not plugging the holes on this veer.
1st and 10 at the 39. They fake the Bell this time. Phipps wants to run the option, and he kicks it out here. And this time it's Green going left, and he's tackled by Evans as he gets down to the 33-yard.
The Indians, number 5, George Evans.
Green, a 6-yard carry, down to the 5-yard carry, down to the 34. It's 2nd and 5. Vikings eating some clock. 4:18 to go first quarter. Indians on top 7-0. Back to that same formation. This time whistle sounds as they give it to Green and come to mark it down at the 34. It's in illegal procedure territory. Looks like that will be the call on the Vikings.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 12, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Back to the 39, second penalty of the game on Tennessee High. It'll be 2nd and 10 from that point.
And if you're Dobyns-Bennett, and they're going to stay in this rear state, first down is huge for both sides. We can't keep letting them get 4 or 5 yards on first down and stay in this rear and be able to get the short yardage that they need.
Controlling the clock, shortening the game, too. This is Bell, straight up the middle. And he's got maybe 3 to the 36 this time. And by the heart of the defensive line of Dobyns-Bennett. Down there getting off the pile is Sam Browder, the junior in there. Defensive end. Give 2 yards that time to Bell. And to bring up a big 3rd down and 8.
Guys are really squeezed well on the interior D-line right there. Able to clog it up.
5 carries, 20 yards for Bell here. But 3rd and 8. And they go back to kind of the spread look. Phipps in shotgun formation. Phipps. Fake to Bell. Rolling right is Phipps. Phipps on the edge being chased. Breaks a tackle. Tries to hop over another, but he's taken down by Tony Simpson. Down about the 34-yard line. Phipps will have 3 yards.
You know, you have to give Myers credit for that, Steve. I tell you what, he came all the way from the far side as an outside linebacker. When he rolled out, he ran him down. He was the one that missed him, but he's the one that made him decide that he had to keep that ball and couldn't hold on to it longer to make it, to have that pass run option.
4th and 5, 2:40 to go first quarter. And Tennessee High kind of in a bit of no man's land here, guys. And so they're going to go ahead and line up to go for it here on 4th down and 5. Single setback is Bell for the Vikings. In motion, they'll fake the pass going forward, and Phipps taking it straight up the middle. No chance. Myers there. Browder there. Banks there as well. And Dobyns-Bennett denies the Vikings on 4th down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that really surprised me there on 4th and 5. I thought that they had to throw the football. They had the guy in motion and fake the pitch and just kind of went the quarterback sneak. And I'll tell you what, he didn't fool anybody. And great stand right there on 4th down for this Dobyns-Bennett defense.
So 2:22 to go first quarter. Dobyns-Bennett will take over at its 33, leading 7-0. Its first possession resulted in a 65-yard touchdown drive. Now the Indians take over at the 33, ahead by 7.
And now we have another stoppage in play.
They're going to take Gillespie off the field, apparently.
And now we're sending Gillespie off for a jersey infraction, it looks as though, is the case.
Rome Pruitt, the sophomore, in for Gillespie. Carson, the throw, pass out here is complete to Pruitt at the 40, then the ball comes out, and they will say that was incomplete. A big hit there by Tennessee Eyes. I believe that was 2.
Ruling on the field is incomplete pass, second down.
First incomplete pass of the day for Carson. And so Gillespie goes out, Pruitt comes in, they run the play anyway. Pruitt had it, but a good defensive play there, but the Vikings come up making the big physical stop.
I'll tell you, I was looking at Gillespie. I don't know what he did. I guess he had his jersey tucked a little bit.
It was the under jersey, I think that was the issue. 3 wideouts to the right for Dobyns-Bennett. 1 left, empty backfield for Carson. Carson has it. Looking across the middle, complete to the 40. And out to the 41, complete pass to Mason Kirkhoff.
Tell you what, that's exciting to see, because that was the throw last year that Jake would have a tendency to let sell a little bit. You know, kind of the stop route and turn. And he was very confident on that throw. And good throw to pick up the 8 yards.
3rd down and 2. For Dobyns-Bennett at the 41. Leading 7-0. 1:40 to go first quarter here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Single setback this time for the Tribe. Single setback will have it straight up the middle. It's going to be near a first down. That was Peyton Brooks on the carry. See what they can.
I think they're marking it short. I won't say first down.
That is a Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe. Brooks credited with 2 yards. 5 first down now for Dobyns-Bennett here in quarter number 1. 1st and 10 at the 43. Right, sunshine in the booth now.
I'm behind this post. I'm trying to stay behind it.
Brooks stays in there, running back for Dobyns-Bennett. Carson, the throw, quick out, is complete and then knocked out of bounds. Pass complete to Hayden Russell. And that will pick up 5 yards for the Tribe.
Yes, Steve, I'll tell you what, in this offense, it's being a very, like Holt said, it's very patient. Even in the passing game, running shorter routes, safer routes, and getting rid of the ball quickly and picking up these 5-yard chunks.
Russell's first catch of the year. Carson now 5 out of 6 for 60 yards on my sheet. 2nd and 5 from the 48. Clock stop with 52 seconds to go here. Now we have a penalty flag.
I was just sitting there looking. It looked like the defense lined up all sides.
Yeah, that's exactly the call. And that's going to be, I think, enough for another Dobyns-Bennett first down on that penalty.
And it wasn't just one.
Pre-snap foul, encroachment defense, 5 yards, remains 2nd down. The clock will start on the snap.
It's not 2nd down, that's a first down. Yeah, it's first down.
Yep, they finally said.
Select 7 Credit Union first down on the penalty. Dobyns-Bennett into Viking territory at the 48.
The yardage was good enough for a first down.
I didn't know that. 3 wideouts to the left for Carson. Single setback now back in the game is Franklin.
Now we got another
penalty. 6th penalty of the first quarter upcoming on someone.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dobyns-Bennett head coach. That's his first of the game. His second will be an ejection.
For what?
Guys, I saw absolutely no communication between our head coach and the officials right there. Absolutely none.
That'll take it all the way back to the Indian 38-yard line. 3 penalties for 45 yards for Dobyns-Bennett.
I have never seen nothing like that before in my life.
From the reaction down here, guys, I think it might have been a sideline deal.
So a sideline penalty would be pinned on the
head coach gets the penalty, right?
I don't know what
would we be upset?
Exactly. I mean, he's got a penalty for first down. Anyway.
No, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, you're exactly right. And I'm kind of looking at the sideline, and I just didn't see a lot of reaction or anything like that.
So first and 10, back at the 38 for Dobyns-Bennett. 3 wideouts left. Carson looking that way. Now coming back right to set up the screen pass. Complete to Franklin, 40. Franklin, 45. Makes a move, 50, 45, 40, 35. Franklin breaking tackles inside the 30, all the way down to the 26-yard line. A penalty marker, however, back at the 49.
Man, what pace. I'm afraid it might be coming back, though, guys.
You definitely see why they like Franklin, though, as a sophomore.
Well, there's no doubt about that. That boy is shifting.
During the run, holding number 50 on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The clock will start on the ready.
I tell you what, Big Ty Hayworth is really upset. I tell you what, with his coach having a personal foul on him, he's got to calm down.
The play will officially gain 11 yards to the 49. The penalty knocks it back 10 yards to the 39. And that makes it first down and 9. Well, the sticks are all the way, I guess it's first and 24, isn't it? They said that penalty marker, that's not right.
That's not right.
Carson wants to throw it. He's hit from behind, fumbled the football. And who's got it?
They do. Nope. He's saying second down for Dobyns-Bennett. Wow. I do not know how we got that football back.
Carson sacked.
You guys, he got hit from behind right there, lost it. Looks like one of those interior linemen was able to grab it, and Carson looks to be a little bit shaken up here, guys.
That is the end of the first quarter. We played one quarter. Dobyns-Bennett leading 7-0. Back at 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
When it comes to Italian food, nobody beats Italian Village in the Fort Henry Mall in Kingsport. It's all authentic, and they offer some really amazing and affordable house specialties like calzone, stromboli, and pizza rolls, along with simple pasta dishes, subs, and sandwiches, salads, and of course, their famous pizzas. Italian Village is open Saturday 10 and Sunday to 6. Eat in, get up, or have it delivered. To order, call 247-7391. Italian Village, 247-7391.
You for your pets. So when it comes to medical care, boarding, and grooming, there's only one choice that makes sense, and that's Valley View Animal Clinic with Dr. David Redwine. Whether you have a new puppy or kitten or a senior pet, Valley View Animal Clinic offers fast, friendly service and a calm, pet-friendly environment. Call now for an appointment at 276-386-6101. Valley View Animal Clinic. Complete animal health for all your four-legged family members on Wadlow Gap Road, just minutes from downtown Kingsport. Roll Tribe.
Now back to Ingalls High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Dobyns-Bennett, we flip the field after the quarterback sack of Carson loses 8 yards. Back to the 31, and then we'll bring up second down and forever. By my count, based on where the yard markers are, it's second and 42. And I'm not sure why. I thought that most of the rules had gotten away from the first and 25 situation after penalties, but Indians assessed the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that created a first and 25 situation. So either way, it's a long way to go for the Indians. Carson looking to throw, gets it out here to Franklin, makes a move, fumbled the football, ball on the ground, and it rolls right back to a Viking laying on the ground back at the 30-yard line. Recovering the fumble while he was laying there is Maddox Fritz.
Yeah, I mean, that ball was just got kind of knocked out of the arm, and he was just laying there from actually kind of getting pancaked, and it just rolled up to his arms.
So the play loses a yard. Tennessee High recovers the fumble at the Dobyns-Bennett 30 with 11:50 to go in the first half.
This will be a big defensive series right here, guys, for us. Need to make a stand.
Yep. Bell and Green in the backfield for the Vikings. Phipps under center. Give to Bell straight up the middle. And kind of a rugby scrum there. They're going to somehow say he made 2 yards. Carswell down there for Dobyns-Bennett. Also Browder for Dobyns-Bennett, as well as Tyler Grizzle, a freshman in the game of the defensive line for the Tribe.
It was a generous 2 yards.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8. Split back formation again for the Vikings. Bell the carry again, and he is wrapped up by Myers underneath the tackle. He will spin forward and dive for 2, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, on these last 2 plays, it looks like Dobyns-Bennett made an adjustment on the interior line to help with that kind of dive play.
So 3rd and 6, clock running, 10:58 to go first quarter. First half. 7-0 Dobyns-Bennett on top of the Vikings. Shotgun formation this time for Phipps. 3 wideouts to the right. Phipps rolling right. Phipps looking, throws it, and the pass is going to be complete inside the 20. Down to the 19. Pass complete to Maddox Fritz. And that'll be enough for a 1st down for the Vikings. A gain of 7 to the 19.
Guys, he just ran a little out, was able to get a little separation, good little grab on the sideline.
So 1st and 10 Vikings at the 19. This time Phipps will send 3 wideouts to the left, 1 right. Bell, the only setback to his right. Shotgun formation for Phipps. They'll give it to Bell straight up the middle, and Bell runs into Carswell right at the point of attack. And they'll give him a yard. And that'll be it. Bell, a yard run to the 18, brings up 2nd down and 9. Todd, nobody checks Carswell that time at all.
No, and you better check him because he will find his way to the football.
Back to the split back for Tennessee High. 2 wideouts, 1 left, 1 right. Green to the left, Bell to the right, behind Phipps. This time Phipps fakes the give, and I think Dobyns-Bennett's going to be guilty of offside. Todd, the right side jumped, I think, over there.
Yeah, it looks like that's what the call is going to be.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Penalties, 60 yards. I think that's 70 yards for Dobyns-Bennett. Maybe more than that. It's a bunch. The Indians kind of had some penalty woes in the first half of the season last year as well.
Yeah.
Back to the split back for the Vikings. Under center Phipps, he'll toss it to Green, trying to go left, makes a move, gets by 1 defender, but not the host of the Indians that come up there, including George Evans and company. He had to avoid over there Mullins first, but Mullins had help.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee High just doesn't have the speed to really consistently get outside of this Dobyns-Bennett defense. Just Steve, you're talking about those penalties. You got to give this team, like you said, with the penalties, but 2 penalties and 30 yards of it is on the sideline.
Yep. 8:48 to go first half. 7-0 Indians. 3rd down and 6 for the Vikings after the tackle for loss by Evans. The give to Bell is faked. Phipps keeps it going left, and he's down to the 10. And an Indian made a tackle over there, and it's slow to get up.
On the tackle for the Indians, 58, Nicholas McVeigh.
McVeigh on the tackle, but Gimpy is Hayden Russell. And Russell trying to get up and goes back down again.
Player down.
Almost acts like he's kind of throwing his hands up, but almost for a minute I thought he might be cramping.
Hosted their annual Future Indian Cheerleader.
Can't tell, guys, whether he's cramping or whether he's pointing his ankle down.
4th down and 1 from the 10. And let's talk about this for Tennessee High. I mean, to me, as an underdog in this football game, you just got the turnover. This is a conversion down, in my opinion, as an underdog in this football game. You do not want to settle for a field goal here.
No, you do not want to settle for a field goal. And I mean, I think you've got to go for it here. You think if you can get 1 yard, you know, you should win the football game. It takes those kind of plays, and I think I look for that veer type, line them up, and I think hat on hat, Michael.
I think this should be an interesting fourth down right here, and that you talked about those adjustments we made on the D-line. They're trying to double our play side D-tackle off when they run that dive, leaving Carswell, with the open space to run right through that hole and make the tackle. I think that made them think while they went outside a minute ago, and it'll be interesting to see what they come back with.
Injured on the play for the Indians.
Here comes Russell off the field. We've got a big crowd here. We've got a lot of folks down on the baseball. It looks like Fun Fest down there. I'm telling you. 4th and 1 Vikings. 8:20 to go first half. And it is Phelps in at quarterback. The snap goes through his hands, and he's tackled all the way back at the 24-yard line. Tackle back there by Tony Simpson. And, guys, if you ask me, Tennessee just absolutely overthought that play.
Yeah, I think so. You've been able to line up under center and just absolutely find the hole and be able to power your way for 3 or 4 yards, and you need one, and you go into shotgun. And I think while he was down there, it looked like Phelps actually wasn't even ready for the snap.
No, he was not ready for that snap. He was looking off to his left. Snap was a little high and didn't have a chance.
Big break for Dobyns-Bennett with all the things that have gone wrong here, guys.
A 13-yard loss takes it all the way out to the 23 for Dobyns-Bennett. They take over there 8 and 10, or with 8:10 to go. I think the call to go for it was correct, but I just don't know why. 1 yard. I'm never going to be a guy with 1 yard to go that it makes any sense to maybe a lot of
dead ball foul, encroachment, defense, 5 yards, remains first down.
I got to stop talking. That's penalty.
40 seconds on the play clock.
Maybe he wants to do play-by-play.
Yeah, maybe he does. As much as he's talked, I tell you what, Sean Hurton, it looked like he just lined up all sides, and Tennessee High's done that a couple times already.
So it's 1st and 5 for the Indians. Carson fakes the give, pass incomplete. Give it to Gillespie, and Gillespie took his eye off. I think he wanted to make a move. I think he thought it looked like he had maybe man coverage out there, and if he could make a move, he might have had a long way to go.
Yeah, he did, Steve, and I think he just tried to take off before he really caught the football and trying to make a play, and got to catch a football before you can do anything else.
2nd and 5. Gillespie and Dixon back out to the right. Nigel Vidal in the game here at wide receiver to the left. Peyton Franklin, the running back. Here's Carson. We'll give it to Franklin. Oh, that's not Franklin. The counter for Dobyns-Bennett to break it. 45-50. 45-40. Still on his feet. 35-30. All the way down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line goes Braden Simpson. Huge play for the Tribe. Simpson on the counter. Beautifully blocked and beautifully ran.
I tell you what, he had that hole, and I tell you what, when he hit it, he went north and south with power and speed, and what a big play for Dobyns-Bennett. You got to answer with a big play when you get a turnover on downs or a turnover, and Dobyns-Bennett did it right there with the run.
Select 7 Credit Union first down Tribe on the 48-yard run by Simpson. Down to the 26-yard line of Tennessee High. The Indians knocking on the door here, near red zone territory. Carson with the pass to Gillespie. Gillespie makes a move. 25-20. Gillespie still on his feet inside the 15. Goes Jonathan Gillespie. And there's some equipment on the field Tennessee High might want to gather.
Guys, I'm on the sideline. I bet came out of my shoes on that one.
11-yard pickup down to the 15. Another Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe. And now Indians in the red zone, trying to turn this 4th down failed conversion attempt by Tennessee High into a touchdown. Under 7 minutes to go first half. Indians on top 7-0. In the backfield is Peyton Brooks for Dobyns-Bennett. They give to Brooks going left. Brooks across the 15, down to the 10, dragging the Tennessee High tackler down to the 8-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Brooks.
And I tell you what, I think that's our first look of Brooks here in this football game. And our 3rd or 4th running back there. And he lost the shoe, but he come out. But I tell you what, that was a lot of powerful running right there.
Green was hanging on for dear life inside the 10-yard line. He was the last remaining defender for Tennessee High between Peyton Brooks and the end zone. Franklin back in there this time. Carson, little soft pass to Dixon at the 5. And Dixon trying to gain first down. I think he's going to be a yard short.
Guys, I think they're going to mark this just a hair short. Yeah, about a yard.
Steve, this is that 3rd and 1 deal. Now, I tell you what, Mike, might been listening to us and everything else, but we're anxious to see. Steve's favorite offensive play or formation of all time is I formation.
And here it is.
Here you go.
Carswell at fullback in the I formation for the Tribe with Peyton Franklin, the running back. And another whistle. And what's the call?
I think Tennessee High wants timeout.
Timeout called by Tennessee High. First time out of the half.
We'll take a 60-second break. We're back on your Voice of the Indians, ESPN Tri-Cities in 1 minute.
At Appalachian Orthopedics, the specially trained doctors, physician assistants, and nurse practitioners have dedicated to providing excellence in orthopedic care since 1997. Whatever or needs are, they're here to help you return to your active lifestyle. With offices in Abingdon, Bristol, City, and Kingsport, Appalachian Orthopedic staff is there when you need them, delivering the specialized care you can trust. Learn more about their specialties at AppalachianOrthopedics.com.
Center Street Wealth Management Group has been built around a deeper respect for planning. Our commitment is to help you plan effectively, invest wisely, and map a realistic course to your future. Call Senior Financial Advisor Jeff Bedford, Tim Colvin, Greg Taylor, or Natalie Wells at 423-765-1000. We proudly support the Dobyns-Bennett football team. Roll Tribe.
Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, member SIPC. Center Street Wealth Management Group is a separate entity of Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network. Now back to Ingalls High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Back to live action here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. A quick give from Carson to Carswell and no gain. In fact, he was lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage, Todd.
Yeah, he was. And like I said, kind of gave it to the fullback, and good penetration by the Dobyns-Bennett Tennessee High defensive line. And now we're in that 4th and 1 situation.
Back to the I formation for the Tribe. Carson fakes the give, rolling right. The man is wide open. That's going to be Carswell. Touchdown, Tribe. Carswell just came wide open in the flat, and Carson just kind of had to throw it over a defender in his face, and Carswell right at the pylon. Touchdown, Tribe.
What a great job by Jake. And Steve, this was some of the stuff we saw from Jake last year, that he would rush that. And if you watch on the replay right here, Steve, he kind of double pumps because he realizes the guy's wide open. He doesn't. He just got to set his feet and get him the football. I think we're seeing the year experience from Jake and making that throw and making that touchdown pass.
Agreed. You could tell he was thinking about it, and then he saw his man, and he did the right thing.
Titan Thomas to attempt the extra point. That extra point is up and good. New score, 4:36 to go first half. 14-0 Dobyns-Bennett. We're back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Since 1962, East End Reynolds has taken care of your equipment needs. From big jobs to home improvement. The highlights at East End Reynolds. And it's come see us today in Johnson City, East End Reynolds. What you need when you need it.
At Tennessee State University, you'll find a supportive and welcoming environment that allows you to build a future you can be proud of. A 16-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio means a personalized approach for hands-on learning. Big opportunities within nearly 200 academic programs allow you to achieve your career goals while gaining real-world learning experiences. Experiences that will help you go straight from enrollment to employment. That's the ETSU Edge. Take the first step now at etsu.edu/edge.
Now back to Ingalls High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Welcome back to J. Fred Johnson Stadium after Tennessee High on 4th and 1 at the Dobyns-Bennett 10 fails to convert. Dobyns-Bennett takes it 77 yards in 7 plays in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. A 6-yard touchdown pass from Jake Carson to Branson Carswell. And the kickoff by Thomas is going to go into the end zone for a third straight time. And Tennessee High will once again start at its 20-yard line.
You know, the one thing about the kickoff, Steve, is it's getting in the end zone, but it's getting hang time as well, which in return, if he doesn't get it in the zone, he's giving his guys plenty of time to get down there for kick coverage.
Yeah, he kicked that one, guys. He kicked that into the wind, too.
Wow. The Dobyns-Bennett offensive line comes alive there in that drive to some degree. We'll see if that's a sign of things to come, but right now Tennessee High under center. The give up the middle, almost lost a football. Was a running back. I assume that was Bell, and it was. Bell would get a yard, but it looked like Phipps was trying to hang on to it there for a minute.
Yeah, it looks like he couldn't make that decision to give or take, and I tell you, I think our interior line now on this kind of veer type of offense has made some adjustments and is clogging that middle up a little bit better.
Yeah, that Dobyns-Bennett defensive tackles in there right now. Braylon Banks and Nicholas McVeigh doing a good job. Shotgun formation for Phipps. Phipps fakes to give the Bell 20, 25, and tripped up there by Mullins and finished off by Evans as he gets to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 7.
And I tell you, that's now we're seeing the two offenses. We talked to Joey and Coach Christian there in the pregame, and he said, well, you know, we don't know what Tennessee High is going to do. We've seen really a tale of two offenses, guys, and we've seen the couple of tight ends and the veer type package, and now, you know, we kind of clogged that up. Now they kind of come back out in that spread.
Shotgun formation again. The H-back to the left for Tennessee High there, Austin DeGear. And it will be Phipps keeping, trying to get to the 30, and he's going to be a yard short. On 3rd and 2, Phipps gets 1 yard.
And it really looks like Cannon Mullins, he kept on the captain. It looked like Cannon Mullins was the first one there to make that stop.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if Russell, I don't think Russell's back in the game, is he? Nope, he is not.
He is not yet. He's still down on the sideline stretching right now.
All right. In the game for Dobyns-Bennett there, Simpson, I think, may have come in for him. Simpson had the big play on the 4th down stop.
So 4th and short, it looks like Dobyns-Bennett is going into kind of a safety punt type of the return.
The punt is over here, and a fair catch made by Dobyns-Bennett's Cannon Mullins at the 42-yard line. And so the punt of 28 yards for Tennessee High.
Guys, I could be wrong, but their decision-making in punting that instead of going for that, taking a chance on it, could have something to do with the fact I think their quarterback took a little shot right there from our safety at the end of that play.
That would have been an interesting call, deep in their own territory. 4th and 1 from the 29. And Dobyns-Bennett here, you know, a little 2-for-1 action, if you will. 2:21 to go here, first half. Gets the ball back to start the second. I always like to be in that position.
I like being in that position.
Carson, the quarterback. Carson gives it to Simpson, and a penalty marker behind the play at the 43-yard line. So they're going to mark it at the 42. For Simpson, that'll be a gain of, or actually a loss of -1 to the 42, and then a 10-yard penalty. On Dobyns-Bennett back to the
holding.
42.
Offense number 50, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Second down.
Remains first down.
First down and 21 from the 32. About 7 penalties for 80 yards for Dobyns-Bennett now by count. And Tennessee High back at, Dobyns-Bennett back at its 32. Clock stopped for some reason at 2:11. Now running 2:10. Carson shotgun formation. Carson looking right. Throws it out in the flat. Complete to Dixon. Dixon at the 40 will skip out of bounds. He picks up 8 yards.
That was a good first down and 21 play, Steve. You pick up about what you lost, maybe just a couple of yards short. Now it gives you a couple of downs to pick up that first down. With a minute 58, you're kind of in that 2-minute drill, so you're planning on kind of probably spreading the field out, throwing it a little bit anyways. So gets a little bit more manageable here with this 2-minute offense.
Second 13 from the 40 for Dobyns-Bennett. Indians with a wide out up top, 2 down here. To the left, Carson. Looking right, Carson wants to go down the far sideline, looking for the tight end down there who's slow to turn around. That was Dunford. Might have had a play there, just timing a bit off.
Well, I tell you what, it really looked like in that situation that Dunford turned the route inside and Carson was looking for him to turn on an out, and just kind of that miscommunication that you see early on in the season.
So 3rd and 13 for Dobyns-Bennett. Clock stop, 1:52 to go here, first half. Indians with all 3 timeouts remaining. Tennessee High with 2. Tribe leading 14-0. Carson, single setback. Wide receivers, 3 left, 2 right. Carson to throw. Carson, good protection. Pass across the middle is complete to Gillespie. Breaks a tackle to 45, to the 50, 45, 40. All the way down the sideline. Jonathan Gillespie is going to take it to the house, but a penalty marker is back at the 35.
They're going to call some kind of illegal block because he come in. Oh, my goodness. Steve, we'll watch it on the replay, but, somebody came back to block one of the guys. I felt like he got in front of him. It wasn't on the side. It wasn't blind. I tell you, that's...
During the return, the personal foul, blindside block, Dobyns-Bennett, number 7, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
Eight penalties for 95 yards for Dobyns-Bennett. The play, penalty marker, they said occurred at the 29, so that's enough for a select 7 credit union first down for the Tribe. Actually occurred at the 28. But a 15-yard mark-off knocks it back to the 43. And now it's going to be 1st and 10, unlike that personal foul call a while ago where they set it up as 1st and 25, right?
Oh my, the times have changed, guys. That looked like an outstanding block to me.
Yep. That's a shame. That's really one of those plays that really had nothing to do with Gillespie scoring a touchdown either.
No, I think he was free. I mean, he come back and got the block, and Coach Christian wants a timeout.
Yeah, they didn't have everybody set. Dustin Freeman was late getting in the game, and he was flying across the field to the right side.
Dobyns-Bennett, first timeout of the half.
And so Coach Christian called a timeout. 1:36 to go. Don't forget at halftime, we'll have the Nards Automotive halftime scoreboard reports. We'll have the Music Doctors halftime moment or halftime music with the Dobyns-Bennett Indian Marching Band, recap of the first half. And Mike will have a conversation with the coach, Joey Christian.
It's an interesting halftime conversation that he'll have with Coach Christian.
I imagine it will be, fellas.
First time out of the half for Dobyns-Bennett.
So the minute 36 here with Dobyns-Bennett up 14-0, Steve. The good thing about it is you got 1st and 10. You got to reset on downs. You just got to keep your composure here.
No question. Carson to throw. Carson being pressured and just throws it in the ground. He was trying to set up a screen there, but it just never materialized, trying to get it to Franklin.
Yep, he was, guys. He was definitely trying to set up that little slip inside, and he saw nothing there, and he did a great job throwing that one in the ground.
Well, I give Tennessee High credit. They saw Franklin, and somebody put a big block on him to get him on the ground so he couldn't get back up to get in position.
Well, the pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. From the 43. 1:30 to go. Last few minutes, last half minute here is taking an eternity. Carson to throw. Carson Rips it across the middle, just in front of Dixon. And they had Dixon there matched up against the gear. They could have made that catch. That would have been a foot race to the corner. But instead, too far out in front, incomplete. It'll be third down.
It's the second time tonight I've seen Dixon have a step on that post, guys. Let's watch him come back today.
At the 43 again. Carson in the huddle. 1:25 to go. Dixon in motion, left to right, and sets up over there. 3 wideouts to that side. Gillespie down here to the left. Carson looking right. Carson throws it incomplete to Dixon. That was in traffic.
Yeah, that wasn't the best throw he could have made. He had a couple other guys breaking out of that.
Will Hurd was in the game. He was actually more open out in the flat.
Yep.
With 3 straight incompletions, and Dobyns-Bennett will punt it for the first time, and the game is Grayton Manning.
And I didn't notice this in the punt, but Noah Blankenship is the up back in the punting formation.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
They do center it back to Manning. Manning boots it away, end over end. Fair catch being called for by Tennessee High at the 13. Making the catch was Maddox Fritz. That's a 44-yard punt by Manning.
Good punt.
No return.
Yeah, good punt. It gets them back about the 12-yard line with only a minute 13 left. And good job by our punter again to carry on from last year.
Guys, I want to give you a heads up before Russell's come on back in the game. Seems to be okay.
Thank you very much. There he is out there, number 2. Vikings in shotgun formation. With Phipps. Phipps will give it to Bell. Straight at the middle. He was blasted as he got to the 12-yard line. Andrew Myers made the stop. Now timeout Dobyns-Bennett. He'll lose him.
Yeah, guys, Andrew Myers had a serious problem with that run. That was no joke.
Joey Christian gets all the way down to about the 9-yard line to try to get that timeout.
Dobyns-Bennett, second timeout half.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 11 with 1:07 to go. Dobyns-Bennett on top 14-0.
Well, there's one thing about it for Michael Holt and our new sideline reporter. Him getting injury reports and getting an idea of what they're looking at got a lot harder than I ever had it. And fans, if you're wondering, if you're listening to us, the Dobyns-Bennett Sports Medicine Group has bought one of the that you see in the college and pros now, and that's the old medical team. So, which is not a bad thing. I mean, these are young men, minors, most of them, and so Brandon brother don't need to be looking at them, I guess, when they're working on them.
2nd and 11. Tennessee High back to the shotgun out of the timeout. Bell the lone setback. DeGear the H-back. Fake to Bell. Phipps in trouble. Phipps going down at the 2-yard line. Mullins came in there. A timeout Dobyns-Bennett after the 10-yard quarterback sack.
Because I think he expected to give that ball to his second back through, and he never showed. He ran right
timeout Dobyns-Bennett. That's their last timeout of this half.
Don't be so happy about it there, official.
3rd down and 21, but 3rd down and 20 make it.
Make it 19. He gave him about the 3. I think we sacked him on about the 1, Steve.
Yep. 3rd and they started at the 13. It should be 3rd and 20. Mullins got to him first.
Yeah, he did, and got to him quick. And that's one of the things we were hoping to see out of these outside linebackers is their speed. And, so here, let's do some math here. I mean, for Tennessee High, you think you've got to run the football here. You do not want to stop the clock with Dobyns-Bennett having no timeouts. So what's that going to give Dobyns-Bennett? About 20 seconds probably left.
I don't think we're probably not going to get that much. Probably maybe about 10. The play clock's 40, right?
Never know right here on third down, guys. We're awful close to that goal line.
You're exactly right.
No,
it's a late one in
it's
for
an
the Vikings.
illegal.
They're going to have to call.
I think it's an illegal substitution right there. There's a flag on the play.
Yes, there is. They're talking to Coach Holt over there. They got a Coach Holt. We got a sideline reporter, Holt.
Yeah. Now we're having the great discussion.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Tennessee High. So that will be a 1.5-yard penalty. But it will make it a little bit tougher for the Vikings here on this third down.
I will tell you one thing. I've seen more unsportsmanlike for a game that's kind of monotonous and not really chippy at all.
Yes.
I hope you be on your best behavior down there.
Guys,
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Tennessee High, number 7. That's his first unsportsmanlike contact toward disqualification. Half the distance to the goal, remains third down.
That's the running back.
Well, actually, yeah, they actually called that on Josh Bell.
And it was the far sideline judge that threw it.
So Phipps under center. Phipps turns, hands off, and across the line out to about the 4 goes the running back. And for Tennessee High, that was Owen Brown, I believe, number 32. He gets it out to the 4, a gain of 3.
Now, I think you send the house here.
Let's say, seeing our personnel here, guys, it looks like we may be doing just that.
Gillespie is back deep, however.
But I mean, the worst thing you do if you run into the punter, I mean, you're going to get 15 yards. It won't be a first down.
Yeah. Now the Indians back one out there, and before the play, a penalty marker is down, or a timeout called by maybe Tennessee High.
Timeout.
Their coaching staff came
prior to the snap, timeout Tennessee High, second timeout of the half.
With 15.4 seconds to go. So we'll have a timeout by Tennessee High.
It's probably a good idea, guys. That was a jailbreak right there.
Sullivan East had jumped out in front of David Crockett 20-6 or 20-7, but the Pioneers have come back. They lead at 21-20. Science Hill leading Elizabethton 7-0, trying to break that 4-game losing streak to the Cyclones.
So I picked Science Hill, by the way.
Good for you. I pick it wrong every year.
Well, I do too. So, but let me say this. I got a question for both of you. Do you not maybe hear, you sent the house, they saw it and everything else. Do you fake that? They don't kick it very well. Do you back up and try to put something together on a return?
Here's what you do. You can call for a fair catch and have a free kick.
Well, that's true, too. But, I mean, because you see that they're not giving him a lot of respect.
Nope.
To see Gillespie is going to stand on about the 30-yard line.
High snap. They get it away. The kick is going to be over the other way. Where did it go?
It's at
all
the
20.
Way
at the 20, still bouncing. At the 24, somebody pick it up before the clock runs out. There you go, 3.1 seconds. So you can't free kick it, but you can kick a field goal.
You kick a field goal from there.
That may have been what Tennessee High was thinking about when they called the timeout, trying to kick it away from a potential free kick.
Yep.
Which is an unimpeded free kick. We've seen that before.
Yes, we have.
And it will be, I think, Titan Thomas on to attempt a field goal. And it would be a 40-yarder.
Well, in his range.
Yep.
Titan Thomas to attempt the field goal.
Field goal of 40 yards attempt by Thomas. The kick by Thomas is up. It's long enough. Is it true? Yes! 40-yard field goal by Titan Thomas ends the first half.
End of the half.
That worked out just nicely for Dobyns.
Very nicely.
It was clean all the way and probably had 5 or 6 yards to spare, Todd Freeman.
Yeah, we're sitting here watching the replay on live stream, Steve, and I tell you, it was a great snap, a great hold, and a great kick. And I'm like you. I think there's no question that kick's good at 45, maybe even 48 or so. Michael, I think you was behind it How far do you think that kick might have went?
Guys, that kick had 5 to 7 more yards easy.
Wow. Score at halftime, Dobyns-Bennett 17, Tennessee High nothing, back in 2 minutes with halftime activities here on ESPN Tri-Cities.
I'm Bob Childress with Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes. In the early years of Kingsport football, most famous group of players was the 1926 Pony Express, so named because of their speed. They consist of Jim Duncan, Frank Meredith, Paul Hugg, and Bobby Dodd. Those last two went on to play with UT, and Dodd became an All-American. In 1926, Hamlet Dobson marked a decade of service to local families, and that service continues to this day. Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1960.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all. There would be a checkup, something unexpected. Because HMG, we're here for you at every stage of life with the best primary care and support, whether it's you or the people you love most. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients. Call 877-464-1213.
Whether you're looking for more pulling power or you simply want to blow the competition away, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler in Kingsport. Jeff's Pipe and Muffler specializes in custom exhaust systems, Flowmaster, Joule exhaust, Magnaflow exhaust, manifolds, oil changes and brakes, and automotive repair. To unleash your engine's beast, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler. No appointment needed. We can hear you coming. That's Jeff's Pipe and Muffler, 817 East Sullivan, Kingsport. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30.
Want a good laugh? Watch those funny insurance ads on TV. Want seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance? Come to Jenkins Insurance Group in Kingsport, an independent Erie insurance agent. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie year after year. Call Jenkins Insurance Group for a quote today, 423-245-ERIE. That's 245-3743.
At the English High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
by Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network. Musical selections include We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel, Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark by Fall Out Boy, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, Just Like Fire by Pink. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome drum majors Caden Powers, Sarah Jane Adams, Ryan True, and Ella Halliburton, and your Dobyns-Bennett High School Indian Marching Band.
Fire is imminent. Remember, band. What do? We stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
I know what'll impress everybody. I'll start a fire.
we held them back, and so got them into punt formation. We got them to get them to punt out of their own end zone, and we executed with the 40-yard field goal. You have to be real excited about how they took advantage of that and made sure they got points on the board at the end of the half.
Well, situational football there at the end of the first half, basically. I mean, you're doing what you can to get points, knowing you get the ball to start the second half, too. So you would have liked to have a touchdown on that drive. It didn't happen. But your defense did its job and set you up for the field goal to end the half and give you a 3-score advantage. And don't forget, new high school football rules this year, you just got to be 30 before you start running the clock in the second half. And so they think they're 2 touchdowns away.
They're 2 touchdowns away. And listen, we felt like coming into this that Dobyns-Bennett was a better football team than Tennessee High, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be better. And right now you're up 17-0, and you get the ball back. You do something right here, you can put this game out of reach for a team of Tennessee High who wants to control the football, who wants to run the football and shorten the game. And I'm watching for our buddy Mike Holt. He is looking for Joey Christian. And matter of fact, Joey, it looks like Mike's got Joey. We'll bring it down to you, Mike.
All right, guys, thanks. Coach, good first half. Obviously, the penalties are something to think about. Where do we go from here?
Well, we got to stop penalties, but the first one that's got to stop penalties is me. I really hurt the offense in that second drive. With that penalty brought us back. We had a big, especially after the big play there on the screen, which also came back with the penalty. These guys ain't missing any penalties. I'll give them that. But, we got to clean that up. I thought our defense has played hard. We struggled a little bit when they went to the option game in the split back. But I think we've shored up. Hopefully we've shored up a few things there. But, offensively, we just got to stay with it. Would like to see us do a little more inside runs, but, the way they're playing it, our RPO game's there, so we're flicking it out there to guys that can run a little bit faster than me and you and see what they can do in space.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach. Roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe.
I'll tell you what, Michael, I don't think he's seen you run lately.
That's a fact. Brendan be saying that, right? He's underestimating the wheels I have.
And Michael, you have to like the fact that Joey says, hey, look, I got the penalty. I hurt the offense, and it did hurt us there. But I tell you what, you have to like that Joey is seeing the first game of the season, Steve. He is seeing the good things that we are doing.
Absolutely. You have to like the optimism he just showed. I mean, obviously the penalty is something that he went in and shared with the kids, and here we are again ready to go. But his optimism is certainly encouraging.
So Dobyns-Bennett will have the opening kickoff here in the second half, but he mentioned when Tennessee went from the spread to the split back, they struggled a little bit. That's really pretty much the only offense Tennessee had the first half, was that initial switch to the veer, if you will, with the split backs. And Dobyns-Bennett, as you mentioned, did some transitioning, did some switching in the defensive line, and really shut down Tennessee from that point on.
Yeah, and they really have. And Steve, I think the thing that I like, what I've seen too on our defense, is how quick we've been able to get to the football. Even that their plays, we're talking about their big plays has been 7-8 yards. And really what we've seen is those outside linebackers, they're really moving to the football and getting there quickly. Speed kills.
I know Dobyns-Bennett, Joey talked about it in the preseason, thought they'd have a little bit more speed at a lot of positions on the field. I think we've seen that tonight. You give away some size sometimes for speed, but I think about every coach out there will take speed for size.
Well, I mean, you've got to get to the football first before you can make a play. It doesn't matter if you're running it, tackling it, whatever you're doing, and speed does really come in and help. And it's not just at the skill outside positions as it is. You saw right there where Dobyns-Bennett interior guys are I think are a little quicker than Tennessee High. Our offensive line, I think, is more athletic, and I think their speed is a little bit more. But I tell you, I think too in that first half, I think Joey talked about it in the pregame, I think that scrimmage did hurt us. We was going to scrimmage Anderson County. Anderson County's a real good football team. It was going to help us get that. That scrimmage was going to be as close to a live type of non-conference football game that we was going to see. And tonight you're seeing a game that means something instead of a scrimmage. And I'm excited right here. I think we'll make some adjustments. I think we'll settle down as a football team. And I think this half will be a little cleaner.
Joey talked about the RPO. Jake Carson, 11 out of 17, 3 of those incompletions were there in that 2-minute offense late in the first half, but very efficient. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And Steve, I think he made one bad throw, and I think you called it out. I think it was he threw in traffic.
Yeah.
But the thing about the throw in traffic was he threw it where nobody else could get to it. But he kind of rushed that, but really you talk about 17 attempts, and we're taking one throw. And the other thing about it is we saw Jake last year struggle the most when somebody was wide open. And tonight we've seen 2 guys that get wide open. He reset it himself and made a good throw, knew that he didn't have to make the perfect throw, didn't have to throw a bullet in there. And that's one thing that we like to see that Jake has improved on, and that's very encouraging moving on down the season.
I think he's only been hit one time in 17 attempts, too, so that offensive line doing its job as well.
Let me tell you something. I could play quarterback if I could stand back there and nobody touch me.
Yeah.
Can't throw it that far, but I can play it.
Be some short passes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we are getting ready to start the second half. Dobyns-Bennett leading 17-0. Tennessee High will be kicking off. Thatcher Hatton will do the honors. Hutton will do the honors. Back deep for Dobyns-Bennett. Far side, Jonathan Gillespie. And the near side is Simpson. Or is that Vidal? Can't tell. I want to say that it's number 30, Simpson. Nonetheless, Tennessee High's Hutton will line it up right in the middle of the field. Yep, go ahead, Mike.
We've got Simpson. That's who it is.
Thank you. And it will be Simpson over towards the sideline. They collected at the 5 to the 10. Simpson 15-20. 25. Simpson wrapped up, dropped as he gets out to the 27-yard line.
Steve, I like the run that he made right there in the sense of is he looked at maybe kicking that outside. That was going to be, he's going to run a long ways. He decided to turn it up, picked up about 5 more extra yards to get Dobyns-Bennett out to the 27.
Guys, correction there real quick. Let's give credit where it's due. That was Rome Pruitt there returning that kick instead of Simpson. Had a jersey hung up a little bit.
80 and 30. You know, we're old and we're far away up here.
Hey, listen, we played with tear-off jerseys. Now they play with them so tight that you can't even grab them.
Carson in shotgun formation, and why wouldn't we start the first half with it, or second half with a penalty? I mean, why not?
Flag on the play.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense number 24, remains first down, 40-second play clock.
And that's the only penalty that really Tennessee has done it, and they keep lining up in the neutral zone or over the football, and that's about the 3rd time they've been called for that. And Steve, I know it didn't help your walking, but I had to do it anyways.
Oh, my. Yeah, fortunately, I got to talk.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Indians at the, 1st and 5 Indians at the 33-yard line. And the give to Franklin. Franklin breaks a tackle in the backfield, and then that penalty marker's down as he was tackled from behind by the crown of the helmet and the face mask. And so will be no gain for Franklin. We're going to have a personal foul, 15-yard penalty on Tennessee High.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, 15-yard penalty, added to the end run.
Out to the 48-yard
first down, 40 seconds on the play clock.
Be a select 7 credit union first down for the Tri. We're talking over Todd, but he's not very quick. He tells you a lot.
He wants to be heard more than you tonight.
He does, doesn't he? 1st and 10 Indians at the 48, just underway, second half. It's 17-0 Tri.
And a good start, guys. First thing you want to do when you get the ball in the first half is you want to flip the field position. Now we've done that. Now we can take some shots down the field.
20 yards and penalties don't hurt.
It does not hurt.
Dixon in motion left to right. Carson in shotgun formation. Fakes to Franklin. Turns, wants to go deep. Carson down the middle. The man is Gillespie. And Gillespie had to ever so slightly hang up and had it knocked away by DeGear. And if that ball's out in front of him a bit more, might have scored. But he had to just hold up a minute until the pass is incomplete. Good play there by DeGear.
Yeah, I felt like, too, that was the right shot. You know, you get a couple of 10-yard penalties, you get it to midfield, take that shot. And I tell you, of course, Steve, you was talking about 10 yards help, but with a golf coach on the sideline and a golfer beside of you, it ain't matter how many strokes it is, just how many. It matters how you get there, just how many strokes you makes.
2nd 10, Indians. Franklin stays in there at running back. Carson looking left. Toss out to left. Vidal at the 45. Vidal will be tackled as he gets to the 43-yard line. He'll be, depending on which official gets the mark, either a first down or short. Vidal is slow to get up. He's cramping, yes. He knows it. He's trying to fix himself. I believe it's going to be a 9-yard pickup, Carson to Vidal.
And he gets up, so it's get over here and get. And this will be something that Kevin and the trainers will work on and teach some of these young guys, Michael, how to hydrate the day before the game.
Yes, absolutely. Learned those lessons many times myself. And then, you know, it's early in the year. It seems like a cool night, but it's still a little toasty down here.
Dixon and Dustin Freeman out to the right for Dobyns-Bennett. Gillespie down to the left. Give to Simpson going left. Simpson 45, makes a move 40. Stiff arms the defender all the way down inside the 30. That'll be a Select 7 Credit Union first down all the way down to the 27-yard line. Simpson a little gimpy, however, after that 16-yard pickup.
Yeah, and I tell you what a great seal block. And before I get into that, Tennessee High's got an interior guy down too, guys. But I tell you what a great block on the outside by Will Ford, the sophomore. That really opened up that corner, Michael, and got a big gain out of it.
It did. Will made a great block right there to spring him a little bit, and then all it took was that one little stutter step on the edge, and he just about had the corner right there.
Chris Wilson, the lineman down for Tennessee High, they can ill afford to lose him. They've got some quality guys starting, but they are thin at just about every position. And what's the situation? Tennessee High went to the sideline. It's not a timeout. Of course, DB's over there, too, so nonetheless. It will be 1st and 10, Dobyns-Bennett at the 27-yard line. 10:33 to go third quarter. Tribe on top 17-0.
Tell you what, Wilson's walking gingerly, but he is walking under his own power. And I'm watching. Going to retape an ankle. That's what it looks like they're going to do.
So 1st and 10, Tribe. Carson maybe getting a second play from the sideline, looking over there. He'll move Simpson up to his left. 2 wide outs to the right. Carson lobs it over here, complete to Gillespie, making a move 20. Gillespie 25, still on his feet. Gillespie 10, all the way down to the 8 or 7-yard line goes Gillespie. About 19 yards and another Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe.
Guys, those are some feet he's showing off right now. He was in traffic the entire about the last 15 yards of that catch and run. That was smooth.
Yeah, and the thing I like there, Michael, is really he had some patience. Even though he was making the cuts, he was kind of setting up his blocks in front of him to pick up that extra 8 or 10 yards.
1st and goal, Indians at the 8. Carson and Simpson in the backfield. Carson. Back to throw, looking for Gillespie. That pass, touchdown pass to Gillespie is complete. Touchdown, Tribe.
You know, that's something that we've seen, Steve, in the last 5-10 years is that back shoulder throw. And I tell you what, down there at the goal line, that's hard to defend. Gillespie just pushed his defender up to about halfway in the into the end zone and turned around on the back shoulder, and the ball was there. Just perfect execution right there.
I think they recognized something there and set that one up with that back shoulder stop.
Yep. Titan Thomas on to attempt the extra point. That kick by Thomas is up, and it is good. New score, 9:35 to go in the third quarter. Dobyns-Bennett 24. Tennessee High nothing. Back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. And that's why 7 Credit and Rallies bring you competitive auto and mortgage loan rates available, along with checking online statements. Friendly service. Join our team. Set up Ford Ranch 1708 Eastern Drive. Online at select7cu.org. We've been serving every family for over 73 years. Select 7 helping you select them. For greater future, proud sponsor of the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, federally insured by the NCUA.
Thrill of the Drive sales event is on at Truckville, USA. Wallace Nissan of Kingsport. And now through August 31st, we've got some red hot deals. 10 cents down always delivers on one of the largest inventories of new Nissans arriving daily. Come see the fuel-efficient new Nissan Versa, Altima, and the all-new redesigned Rogue and Pathfinder. At Wallace Nissan of Kingsport, we need your trade, and it's never been worth more. Get up to $7,500 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade. Good credit, bad credit, every credit application will be accepted. And every new Nissan gets the exclusive Wallace lifetime warranty. So don't you dare miss these red-hot August deals now through August 31st at Truckville, USA. Wallace Nissan of Kingsport, where 10 cents down always delivers on every award-winning Nissan and pre-owned in stock. Check it out online, WallaceNissan.com. Wallace Nissan of Kingsport, where friends send their friends and we go the extra mile.
Now back to Ingalls High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
The kickoff is a low liner picked up by Maddox. Fritz drops it at the 5. Fritz, however, has running room to the left across the 20 to the 25. Just tripped up was Fritz as he got out near the 30-yard line. That was close. They'll mark him down at the 27, but that low kickoff that time, well, when you kick a low kickoff, you've got time to return it. And Fritz made a nice return out to the 27, and Indian just got the handle on him at that point. 9:27 to go, 24-0. 6-play, 72-yard drive there for Dobyns-Bennett. Here comes pressure on Phipps. Phipps trying to get outside. His tackle from behind as he gets near the line of scrimmage. I think that was Myers that chased him down. They'll give him a yard to the 28.
That was Myers, guys, but I'll tell you what, Braylon Banks, number 53, can move for a big fella. Pushed him straight outside that pocket 2 miles.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Myers has been all over this field. I mean, he has got a motor tonight that I think his motor right now is better than anybody's on the field.
2nd and 9. Phipps, the quarterback, DeGear in there. A way split out to the left. This time is DeGear. Shotgun formation for Phipps, rolling left. Here comes some pressure from Dobyns-Bennett. Phipps gets rid of it. It's complete. Out to Fritz at the 36. So a gain of about 8. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1. About the only way, Todd, that Tennessee High is going to have enough time to try to complete a pass is if they roll Phipps out.
Yeah, they're going to have to roll him out, which Dobyns-Bennett will recognize that. And that makes it harder because that cuts your field size down. But with the speed and athleticism of our outside, inside linebackers and the front 4, and we not jumped off there, is that he does not have any time at all to sit back here in the pocket.
Yeah, being chased from behind that time by Justin Hale.
Just like that right there.
Yeah,
wow.
There's a sack back to the 36, 34. Bell, was that Bell?
I'm not sure who carried the ball, but Big McVay is the one that took him down.
Yeah. That was, he was back there, guys, before when the handoff was made. I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you is too, and I don't know if it's in their playbook. I think Tennessee High, I mean, they're going to have to punt here on 4th and 4, but they're going to have to find a screen play or something if they're going to have any success to slow this front 4 down.
3-yard loss on the loss. I think Brown may have been the one carrying anyway. Here's the punt, a short punt, and it will be fielded by Gillespie at the 35. Gillespie is tackled from behind as he tried to make a move. Tackle from behind by Tennessee High's Jacob Ray. And Dobyns will have it 1st and 10 at the 41.
So I tell you what, Steve, with a 24-0 lead here with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, you feel like this game is almost getting out of reach. But if they put one in here right now, I mean, you're going to get that running clock, and you're going to end this game. And on one of our walks, we talked about that. We don't necessarily agree with a 30-point running clock, but that's the sport we live in right now.
Noah Blankenship in at quarterback for Dobyns-Bennett. Running back in is Peyton Brooks for Blankenship. Blankenship directing traffic. In at wide receiver there is Caden Melton, actually the H-back. And Tennessee High has jumped off sides again down here on the near side.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, number 24, the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down. 40 seconds on the play clock.
And I think Hurton's the one he's probably done it 3 of the 4 times.
I think you're right.
Yeah, guys, I'm not as sure exactly what's going on there. We're not even hard counting every time, and they're jumping, so not sure what's taking place.
Well, I think one of the problems is the speed of Dobyns-Bennett is trying. They're trying to get an advantage. They know they need that extra step.
2 wideouts to the right, 1 left for Blankenship. Dunford back in there at H-back. Now give it to Brooks, straight up the middle. Brooks across midfield, runs over a defender all the way down inside the 40. He ran right over Maddox Fritz. And he's on the 38-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 yards and a Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe.
And guys, that was just one-on-one, and he got his pads lower than the other guy.
No doubt about it. That was a big boy run right there. Hit the knees back, hit the chin. He just ran right through it.
38-yard line for Dobyns-Bennett. Nick Trent in the game as well for Dobyns-Bennett. Split out to the right. Tight formation, pretty tight formation. Gillespie stays in there. Also in there is Kirkhoff. They'll give it straight up the middle again. Goes Brooks, and Brooks rumbles down inside the 35 to the 34. A pickup of 4 for Brooks.
It's a good first down pickup. You want 4 or more on first down. That gives you options. But you was talking about top formation, Steve. That formation right there, that bunch of formations, as tight as we're going to get unless you see us on a 1-yard top, 2 tight ends, I formation. Oh, wow. Look at that sky, Steve.
Never ceases to amaze.
Man, I don't get those views down there. It's beautiful.
Elizabethan has cut the deficit in half against Science Hill, 14-7. Blankenship fumbles a snap, but he's going to take it right. Blankenship to the 35. Blankenship breaks a tackle all the way down to 30. They want to call a penalty on
For
that.
what?
They called a penalty on that.
If they call that a hold. Holy moly.
Blankenship got it down to the 30. It'll be but they're going to call a penalty back at the 34, I believe.
I tell you what, not to tell, because he does an incredible
holding
job.
Offense number 12, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Remains second down.
But our producer and a little bit of everything for live stream and everything, video wall and everything else. But if Wesley could get a shot of that to put on live stream, that would be pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, if that hold is going to be called, we're not going to have many plays without a penalty.
We're going to have penalty on every play.
Second down and 15 from the Viking 43. Blankenship in shotgun formation. He did have his arms extended. That's probably what drew the penalty. Here's Brooks straight up the middle. Hits one defender, bounces off him and gets to the 40. He'll pick up 3 and bring third down and long. Third down and about 12. First defender there was Nick Osborne. He didn't bring him down, but tripped him up enough to get Brooks on the ground at the 40-yard line. So it brings up third down and 12. Indians need the 28. 4:45 to go here in quarter number 3. 24-0. Dobyns-Bennett on top of Tennessee High.
There you go. Look at that.
There it is. Almost like you know the producer.
I got connections.
Westridge leading 28-6. Sullivan East leading Crockett 32-28. Blankenship back to throw. Hit as he throws. Long pass downfield. Incomplete. Intended for Gillespie down about the 10-yard line.
And that ball was about a yard off.
Just enough pressure there by Micah Norton of Tennessee High.
Yeah, guys, if that. Great move, great effort.
So 4th and 12. It looks like the Indians will bring in the punting line.
There's no question. In the last season in one game, our punting team has done a really good job of getting punts inside the 20 from here.
And it's a fake. Here's the run, straight up the middle, 40. It's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. If that far official has the mark, that's a first down.
And he does have the mark.
And the runner, I think, was it, who was that?
No, I'm pretty sure that was
the holder.
That was Blankenship.
Blankenship the holder?
No, it was snapped to the up back. Right here it is.
It looked like Evans.
That was Evans, guys.
Yeah, Evans.
No, it's number 6, Blankenship. Yeah.
Well, somebody ran it 12 yards for a select 7 Credit Union first down on the fake punt.
Which that's where I was talking about on the punt earlier with having Blankenship as an up back. You're going to be able to do a lot of things if he's able to block enough in that up back position that you're going to have a lot of options in this season in punt formation.
Blankenship rolling to his left. Pass complete to Dunford. Dunford breaking tackles, fumbles the football. Ball's on the ground, diving for it, and it's going to be recovered in the end zone by Tennessee High. Man. Great pass from Blankenship to Dunford. Great route. Great target.
Roy on the field as a fumble by the offense into the end zone, recovered by the defense. By rule, that's a touchback.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to get that extra yardage, and you got to cover that football, Michael. It's great to get that second effort, but you got to secure that football.
Yeah, guys, I think he got inside that 10, and that end zone got looking real big for him, and he was headed that way. Somebody stripped him there from the back.
Tennessee High at the 20, 1st and 10. 3:34 to go, third quarter. 24-0 Dobyns-Bennett. Phipps in shotgun formation for the Vikings. Green, the running back. Green, they tried to give it to him, and then the quarterback, Phipps, just literally took it back away from him, lost a yard, nearly fumbled the football. I think it was Harris over there for Dobyns-Bennett mixing things up for the 1-yard loss.
Yeah, I
think they didn't know who to give the loss to because they both had the ball.
They both had it. I mean, and I think Tony Simpson was back there as well, guys. I think right now they're just daring them to throw it over their heads. I think we're really crashing hard in on that kind of that ride RPO play.
Josh Sizemore in wide receiving out of the left for Phipps. In motion is Fritz. They pass forward to Fritz, and he might get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe to the 21. That is officially a complete pass from Phipps to Fritz.
Great pursuit right there by our defense, guys. I saw 9 guys at the football when the whistle was blown.
And we got one down on the field.
That's a Tennessee High Viking that's injured.
Looks like another cramp. And that is Fritz. That's down. He's got a cramp. I think sometimes, guys, that these young men, and Michael, you coached them, that I think sometimes they see a night like tonight that's pretty nice for an August night, and they just don't understand the preparation with the liquids and fluids, and it doesn't start today. I mean, I've talked to Kevin multiple times how it starts tomorrow about hydrating yourself to be ready for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. What they do tonight's not going to help them a bit. It's what they've done this week.
So back to action. Phipps rolling right. Phipps wants to throw. Heaves it downfield. It is tipped, nearly intercepted.
And another flag.
Another penalty marker down. There's nobody there.
I mean, I don't know what the flag is about.
Evans had the tip. And now it may have been an illegal receiver downfield.
Yeah, it was, guys. It was, guys.
Indians will decline that and take 4th down and 9.
Ineligible receiver, downfield by the offense. Penalties decline, 4th down.
You know, Mike, I didn't see any. I didn't see any big numbers downfield. Was it somebody that was covered up, or what was the call? I mean, could you tell?
Looked to me like the right tackle was stretching out to kick out on that.
Okay.
And he just got a little further down the field.
4th and 9. Punt formation, Hunt. Gillespie back for Dobyns-Bennett. Here comes the pressure. Hutton gets it away. It'll be taken by Gillespie at the 49. Gillespie 50. Gillespie 45. Gillespie 40. He spun out of bounds as he gets to the Tennessee High 39-yard line. So they'll mark it at the 40. So Dobyns up there, 1st and 10. 2:08 to go here in quarter number 3. Leading 24-0. Side to Elizabethton at halftime, 14-7. Greenville at halftime leads 49-0 over Mont Central. That must be pretty good.
We'll find out in a few weeks or so. They got to come to the J. Fred Johnson, though, this year.
Must be lightning down at Tiger's house. Seymour and Gallenberg Pittman been in a lightning delay for a long time.
Well, he's listening. Hopefully, if he's down there, he can kind of let us know.
Yep. 1st and 10, Tribe at the 40. Carson back in at quarterback. Simpson, the running back. Or is it Simpson? Pass complete for a short gain down to about the 36. That was Dixon. Pickup of 3 yards. DeGear the tackle to the 37. 2nd down and 7.
Just kind of like a full 3-yard turnaround route.
I'm not sure if that wasn't Hayden Job in there running back this time. 36. That's Job in there running back. His first action of the night that I remember.
So I think that's our 5th maybe running back tonight. 5th or 6th. You count Carson.
3 wideouts to the left for the Tribe. Jake Carson looking right. Carson going downfield. And it's going to be well overthrown as he was looking there for Ethan Dietrich. And it's incomplete.
Carson's pass intended for Hayden Russell, incomplete.
Guys, it looked like Carson was looking for our receiver to keep sprinting towards the end zone there, and he kind of shut it down, looking more like a flag route instead of a go.
Yep. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 7. Clock stop, 1:19 to go here. 24-0 Indians. Carson and Job having a conversation. Job set to the left of Carson. Gillespie down here to the left. Now Dietrich comes to the H-back position left. Still more movement. Dixon in motion. Straight up the middle. This is Job. Job across the 35, across the 30. Down to the 27-yard line goes Joe. That's 10 yards in a Select 7 credit union. First down for the Indians.
And I tell you what, he made a great cut inside there. When he got up to the 2nd level to the linebackers, he made a cut to change positions and really got that extra 7 or 8 yards.
Peyton Franklin back in the game for Dobyns-Bennett now. On 1st and 10 from the 27.
With 50 seconds and counting in this half, you just want to make sure you don't rush it right here. You got a whole 4th quarter to go.
Here's the pitch out to Franklin. Franklin 30, tackle from behind. Tackle made by Phelps.
Peyton Franklin on the
As
carry.
Franklin maybe gets a yard. Let's see where they mark it. Started at the 28. They're mark it at the 27, 1 yard for Franklin.
And that's what we talked about with Marcus Phelps. We've not seen him as much as we did last year, but he's that guy that has that defensive tackle, defensive end speed that can run somebody down from behind. I don't know if we'll get this playoff or not.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, we do. Up the middle goes Franklin. Franklin cracks across the 25 to the 23, a gain of 4. And that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We played 3 quarters here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, and Dobyns-Bennett leads it 24-0. We're back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
From Action Rentals and Sales. We're your one-stop shop for all equipment and tool rental needs in Kingsport, Rogersville, Johnson City, and serving Northeast Tennessee and Gate City. We also sell items including equipment supplies and general tool and safety supplies for both contractors and DIYers. Action Rentals Party Division offers superior event planning. They'll be by your side step by step to help plan your dream wedding, elegant benefits, backyard party. Action Rentals and Sales, 1861 Northeastern Road, Kingsport.
Being stuck when it comes to legal matters can bring frustration and anxiety. Where do you start? What's your next move? Your next move should be to call the experienced professionals at Spivey, King & Spivey. They provide their clients with quality legal counsel in criminal defense, family law, and personal injury. Spivey, King & Spivey has the experience you need to navigate our complex legal system. Don't wait. Call Spivey, King & Spivey at 423-245-4185 or go online to SpiveyKingandSpiveyLLP.com. Now you're in experienced hands.
Now back to Ingles High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
complete to Will Hurd. Pass complete to Will Hurd once again.
And here comes I-formation Tribe. The running back is Myers. Fullback Carswell. Carson under center, turns, hands to Myers. Myers hit at the 4. And down he goes. Making the stop there was Nick Osborne, the linebacker.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So I would say right now our I-formation has some work to do.
I-formation has a little work to do.
And at running back now is Brooks. I think that was Myers' first carry, wasn't it?
I think you're right.
Stay in the I formation with Brooks now, the tailback. First and goal at the 4. George Evans in there as well as the H-back. They'll give it to Brooks, straight up the middle. Brooks runs into traffic at about the 3. Muscles his way down close to the 2 goes Brooks.
Yeah, I was trying to see where they actually put the mark. They got guys walking all over the place and still don't know where the mark. There you go,
at the 2. Clock running, 9:18 to go. 24-0 Dobyns-Bennett.
Third down.
Guys, the way we played all night, we have to like our chances, sticking it down their throat right here.
2 plays, 2 yards, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hat on hat right now. Imano, and just hit somebody.
Quick count, straight up middle, Brooks. Turn on the lights. Touchdown, Tribe. Peyton Brooks, a 2-yard dive, and the Indians lead it 30-0.
Hat on hat guys right there, and just got that kick out block and opened that hole up, and big touchdown right there. And now with extra point attempt here, you're going to go up 31, and with only 8:47 left in the actually they started it now, a continuous clock.
You're not supposed to run it.
It's not supposed to extra time possessions, correct.
Guys, that style of football is an awful lot of fun to watch down here. That's just hard-nosed football.
Now, this game may be over because they're running the clock during the change of possession. Now they've stopped it at 8:24 to go. Dobyns-Bennett took over with 2:08 to go in the third quarter. And there's 8:24 to go here in quarter number 4. So Dobyns-Bennett, the drive was only 40 yards, but it was some kind of methodical, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays, 40 yards.
That, for 40 yards and 11-play drive, that don't happen too often.
Nope. There's 336 on this side and 208. That's 544. 11 plays, 40 yards in 5 minutes and 44 seconds. So it's 31-0. By the way, appreciate the great folks at Spivey, King and Spivey sponsoring the live stream here tonight. Appreciate them making it possible for you to view this game wherever you are around the world free of charge on YouTube, and appreciate the folks here at Dobyns-Bennett for allowing ESPN Tri-Cities to be on the audio.
Yeah, and we do appreciate Spivey, King and Spivey. They're a general practice law focusing on criminal defense and family law issues. The firm serves the Tri-Cities areas in Kingsport, Johnson City, and Brown surrounding areas, Rogersville, Elizabeth, Greenville, Earl, and Mountain City. They have over 75 years of combined experiences that will do anything from criminal, divorce, business, dispute, personal energy. Call Spivey, King and Spivey today for all your legal needs.
Well, they started the clock about the time that they lined up, and it was 8:24, and we're already down at 7:34, and we just had a kickoff to the end zone.
Well,
I despise this continuous clock.
I despise, I'm not, guys, we're not here to beat up on the officiate, but Dobyns-Bennett needs to clean up some stuff for the second game. Tennessee High needs to clean up some second game. This officiate crew needs to get a little smoother. Hopefully we're all better in that second game.
Phipps stays in there at quarterback. He's got Green at running back. He'll hand it to Green going right. Green met in the backfield. He will spin forward and get across the line of scrimmage. I think the first Indian back there was number 79, the freshman Tyler Grizzle, but the tackle was by the junior linebacker Caden Kolbacki. A gain of 1 for Green.
I think you're seeing a lot. Of course, we play on tires, so everybody's uniforms are clean. But the old saying, I think there's some clean uniforms out there right now.
I always had a clean uniform. 2nd and 9. Here's the pass play across the middle. Incomplete. I think the Indian defensive back there, Peyton Franklin, who's in there. Is that Franklin in there playing defensive back as well, playing some corner?
That is, guys.
I think he thought he had a beat on an interception, but the receiver quick was able to reach out and actually play a little defender almost. Yes. So it's 3rd down and 9. There's 6:04 to go in football. Phipps, quarterback draw, straight up the middle. Phipps to the 25, tackle as he gets to the 27. Tackle by Kolbacki again. Phipps will get 6 yards. And it'll bring up 4th down and 3.
That continuous clock running with the E1 thing complete. Now we're down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this football game.
See what Tennessee High does here. It looks like they brought on the punter one more time. He's had a busy night.
And I'll say he's got better as the game went on. His last couple of punts have looked a little better off the foot.
6th punt of the night for Hutton. Looks like Nigel Vidal goes back deep along with Cannon Mullins. Here comes a late Viking on the field. The penalty marker will go down. The punt is end over end. It will bounce forward, rolling inside the 40 all the way down to the Indian 36-yard line. And they're going to say an illegal shift on Tennessee High.
It's an illegal substitution, ain't it?
I know, but if there was only 10 guys on the field, does it matter that he was late arriving number 11?
Well, he's got to come to a stop.
Illegal shift on the kicking team.
Okay.
Penalties decline. 1st down.
But he could have been in motion going backwards.
Well, he could be. Well, that's true. But
whatever.
Yeah. But now here's the deal. If you're Dobyns-Bennett, of course, that's something that, Michael, you tell me, if you recognize that at this level, I mean, I know, but at this level, if you can recognize that flag and it's obvious that it's on the kicking team, do you take the chance and pick the ball up and try to make something happen?
I understand your point there. You can. It's a tough recognition to make at this level in the first place, but that's always the option.
The give is to Hayden Job up the middle across the 40 to about the 43. I believe that is Blankenship back in at quarterback. It is. Job, a pickup of 6-7 from the 36 to the 43.
Coach clock's still running. 3:40 left now in the game.
Image with some new faces. Rome Pruitt out at, well, he's been in the game, but he's out at a wide receiver. Well, back in at tight end. The give comes to the right, 45-50, 45-40. Job still on his feet inside the 35, all the way down to the 30-yard line. 31-yard line goes Job. That's a pickup of 26 yards for Hayden Job. And a Select 7 Credit Union first down for the try.
Great blocking again up front, that kind of kick-out block. And, I mean, he hit the hole and just had a lot of green in front of him.
2:48 to go in counting. Post-game show, don't forget, stick around for that. We'll have some award winners, offensive, defensive, players of the game, and player of the game.
The ultimate question is I wonder what the decision on Saturday is going to be.
Yeah. In at running back now for Dobyns-Bennett, Eli Wallace for the first time. We're going to have maybe a
timeout. Dobyns-Bennett, first time out of the half.
And we'll have a recap of the game. Michael Holt will have an interview with head coach Joey Christian as well.
We see the athletic director, Frankie DeBus. I'll tell you what, my hat's off to Frankie DeBus as an athletic director. I tell you, see, he came in here at the wrong time. I mean, the man has come in and he's had to deal with a COVID pandemic. He's had to deal with
a dome
pandemic now. Always looking to upgrade, and I tell you, but you have to. I'm glad to have him as our athletic director in this time where we've been in, and I tell you, he's done an excellent job with just, athletic director don't get enough credit at the high school level, but he has really been a solid rock for these programs.
First and 10 Indians. Blankenship at quarterback, 3 out to the left. Eli Wallace, pistol formation just behind Blankenship. Wallace, the give up the middle, 30, 25. Wallace all the way down near a first down. And we've got a penalty marker down, however, at the 31.
No way.
For the game, we got a chance to visit with former Dobyns-Bennett coach Graham Clark, who lost his mother, I think early this morning. Miss Marie passes away, and we got the chance to spend some time with Graham here in the booth. And Graham said that her passing away.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 players in the backfield. 5 yards remains first down.
He said, too, that I guess it was either yesterday or the day before that she'd asked him for him to bring her radio so she listens to the ball game. I tell you what, Steve, it's Miss Marie hung out with us quite a bit at the coaches show, especially when I was there and you come along and we both did it, and it was a look back and what a blessing it was for her to hang out with us. And you talk about someone who was all about football and knew about it and liked to talk about it, that was Miss Marie.
Here's the give up the middle again. I've been Simpson that time. Let's see who carried it down to the 35-yard line. Coach said that she would be up there tonight trying to keep Coach Watson from cussing.
Yeah.
And she's probably up there enjoying the game with Jim Sock.
Hey, probably is so. They're probably sitting up there gathered around and critiquing this football game and happy with 40 seconds left here with a 31-0 lead. And
she probably said that play game 2.5 yards, and Jim said, no, there's no half yards.
There's no half yards. That's exactly what Jim's telling her.
2nd 14. Here's the give to Simpson. Simpson makes a cut, 30. 25. Simpson will stay on his feet all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Goes Braden Simpson. Will mark it out at 16. That'll be a pickup of 19 yards in a Select 7 Credit Union first down for the Tribe. It will be the final one of the game as it ticks away with 7 seconds to go. And Dobyns-Bennett, for a 4th straight season, begins the year with a victory over the Tennessee High Vikings. 70th win in program history over Tennessee High. Dobyns-Bennett 31. Tennessee High nothing. We're back in 2 minutes with the post-game show right here on ESPN Tri-Cities.
To start seeing clearly again, visit the Regional Eye Center, the region's only cataract center of excellence. You're the only place for clear sight cataract surgery, providing the highest level of care and technology.
Joey right after this?
No one in the area does more.
Yeah, just make your way over. I mean, don't crowd him, but he's going to look for you. This is a 2-minute. We try to get this out of the way so you can get him. It looks like somebody's
got him.
Who is that got him?
That's Johnny Wilson, I'm sure.
Doctors at Appalachian Orthopedics know that unexpected
Anything specific your guys want me to throw out there?
Yeah, I think you got to talk to about the quarterback play of Carson. And, any defensive adjustments again. Maybe even all those running backs that ran so hard.
Yeah, I mean, you're a football guy. Yeah, you're a football guy. But Jake, and we'll kind of talk in your ear. Jake was unofficially 17 for 25 for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
I'll probably start with Carson. And like I said, probably go from there to the running backs and then maybe the defense adjustments.
Yeah. Simpson was 5 yards for unofficially, 5 attempts for 90 yards. But it looks like that their average, everybody ran for big averages, and Gillespie had 68 yards receiving. The other thing I would talk about is on defense a little bit.
Taking care of your equipment needs. Big contract.
Andrew Myers from up here looked like he was all over the field. Just had a motor tonight. A lot of backside plays, a lot of running down. So
give me Carson's stats from 15 for
17 for 25.
17 for 25.
Yeah, we will help you in your ear a little bit.
What you need when you need it.
Do I start off and go straight to it? Got it.
ESPN Tri-Cities.
All right, welcome back here to J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Dobyns-Bennett opens the 2022 season. It's 1,100th in program history, picking up win number 813, and it's 70th in its storied history over Tennessee High, winning 31-0 over the Vikings. A game that a lot of folks will talk about the number of penalties, but I think, that aside, Dobyns-Bennett quarterback play was outstanding. 6 running backs, I think, carried the football. Jonathan Gillespie, Dixon, Carswell all make touchdown catches. A lot of good things here in week number 1 for Dobyns-Bennett.
Well, I think you're right, Stephen. And I think the biggest thing is I felt like that we did come out in the second half and played a little better. I think we played a little bit more fluid. I think we let the game maybe come to us a little bit more. There was a lot of penalties still, but the penalties were cut down. And I just felt like, but I think that I like the most is they'll go back and look at some holding calls and some things like that. But at the end of the day, when you look at it being the first game of the season and everything else, I felt like that we did a lot of really good stuff. And one of the things that I felt like we did too, and we didn't talk about it during the game, Steve, you kind of said something during a break, was with Jake and with Blankenship the last couple of years and stuff, we've caught ourselves getting to the line of scrimmage, getting the play and getting the line of scrimmage and not have time. And we never had that problem once tonight. And so that pre-snap stuff, and I think that's the key too, is we had no pre-snap penalties. We didn't have a lot of false starts. We didn't have a lot of offsides for us. And so that's something that is really good to see as well. And, hey, Michael.
Sir.
Just give him a minute. And what did you think? I see that's Joey's wife down there. So let him have a minute with her, and we'll get him after that. But Michael, I mean, being a former coach and coming into a game like this and not knowing the what ifs of how your team's going to react, how would you analyze basically all that pre-snap stuff, how well we did with that kind of stuff, those kind of things? What did you see in that?
For the first game, guys, I thought we handled that stuff magnificently. We made some great adjustments to the things that were hurting us early on, held our composure, didn't let penalties get in our head. I really like the way this team went about themselves tonight.
It was a veteran team, and it showed it was a veteran team, I think, tonight. And so, Coach Christian, one thing about we were asked to do last year was kind of give him a minute there with his family. We respected those wishes, not everybody else did.
No, everybody else did, but we will. And it gives him his son, I guess, is a senior this year. His wife's at the games and everything else, and this being the last season, he's kind of started last year, but just gives him a minute to reflect with his family, because let's talk about it. Joey's going to walk off this field here in a minute, and they're probably not going to see him for the next 2 days, or not much of it.
Yeah.
And so we'll give him a few minutes there and everything else. And but Michael, back to you real quick too. I mean, defensively wise, we talk a lot of offense. It was a lot of offense tonight. We ran 53 plays to their 33 plays. What were some things defensively that you saw that you thought that Dobyns-Bennett is real encouraged about moving forward in this season?
Well, I'm going to start out with the play of the front six, really front seven for that matter. I thought our interior line held the point of attack extremely well, and I thought our linebackers got downhill very, very well. Andrew Myers was a flat-out stud tonight. He was all over the football field, and I think when you have linebackers running downhill like that, making plays, it kind of frees things up for everybody else, and that secondary can kind of be willing to take a chance if they need to then.
Yeah, so it was a great effort by Dobyns-Bennett. Myers, you mentioned, all over the field. Well, those linebackers run free because those guys up front are occupying people, too, and they did a great job doing that. Tennessee High had 24 plays in the first half. If they finished with 33, they only ran 9 plays in the entire second half.
Wow. See, I mean, that's pretty good. I think the one thing I did like, too, tonight with the defense, too, Stephen, we kind of touched on it, was the adjustability from the spread to that double veer type, whatever you want to call that formation, wishbone type stuff that they ran. They had a little success there early when they went to it. We adjusted to it. But also when we adjusted to it, we turned back around when they went to spread and still knew what our assignments were, still made some big plays in that. And really tonight, you talked about it, speed. But what we got to see tonight speed. And our speed really caused Tennessee High's offense to really struggle.
Outgained Tennessee out tonight, 378 to 58.
Yeah.
Significant advantage there. Running 53 plays to 33. Rushing attempts 27 for 41 for Tennessee High, which, they've been under 0 for 3 straight games against Tennessee High. I mean, 41, nothing to write home about, but, it was positive. Threw for 17 yards on 3 of 6 attempts. Dobyns-Bennett, 206 yards on the ground. 18 out of 26 passing, 172. Like that balance of running the football and throwing the football.
Well, I do too, and I think tonight was a great example of the run setting up the pass. And Joey has talked about in the last couple of years the pass setting up the run, and they really, it's got to have a balance. You can set it up, but I just felt like that we did both. Looks like now you can kind of grab him there, hold. Of course, I think that's. Go ahead. That's athletic director, I think. Frankie.
Yeah, he's with our AD right now. I'll grab him here in just a second, guys.
Yeah, he sees you.
He sees you. Yeah. So
but I like the balance. The yardage was balanced. 26 passes, 26 rushes as well for Dobyns-Bennett.
Go on in there, Hope. If you don't, they'll all talk to him. Once his family's gone, it's yours now. You get close to him. But I tell you, it's and if you got, go ahead.
Go ahead, Coach.
All right, guys. Here we are with Coach Christian. Coach, if I can grab you for just a second. obviously the first win is a big win every year. Coming into it not knowing what to expect. A couple things tonight, obviously quarterback play tonight.
Yeah, I thought Jake showed a command of the offense. I thought he showed that, he understands it. He knows his reads and where to put to where the ball should go and things like that. And I thought he was comfortable back there, and he went through those reads. And, we like we talked about in the pregame show, listen, JG and Dakari and Hayden Russell, who suffered cramps. They all suffered cramps tonight, though. But Hayden Russell, but it goes on. Listen, Rome Pruitt, Mason Kirkhoff, Cannon Mullins, Nigel Vidal, great catch out here. So listen, we're deep at those slots, and I thought we did a good job of getting open and like I said, just getting the ball, going through our reads and getting the ball to the right person, right place. So Jake did a heck of a job.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on, talking about that depth, when you have about 5-6 running backs with feet like that and cuts like that, that obviously has to, put a little good feeling in your mind as you go into a ball game.
Well, absolutely. There's not a whole huge lot of separation between 1 through 6, really. And, I'd like to play just 2, but you see what happens there. It ain't. We're not going to roll a mule out there to a thoroughbred race. We're going to throw what we got, and if they give us a chance to win, then we're going to do it. And listen, all those guys that we played tonight, they each have a little bit different skill set about them, but they all do something that gives us a chance to win. And so, I'm really proud of those guys.
And lastly, Coach, before we let you go here, your defense tonight. Coach Gaines, first game as a defense coordinator. We saw some great adjustments made there. Thought that front 7 played great. Secondary maybe wasn't threatened as much as we thought they could have been, but good night for that defense.
Absolutely. Listen, Coach Gaines is doing a heck of a job, and I'm really, really tickled to death with how those guys, how they played. They did hurt us a little bit in that option. I guess we talked about it at halftime. We kind of, once we got that shored up, a little adjustment there. So, Coach Gaines and the whole staff, obviously did a great job there. And then, but the kids got to go out and execute it and make those changes that we make. And, once we did that and kind of took them out of their option offense and then into their spread offense, then, I thought we did a really, really good job of that, especially stopping the run in the traditional spread stuff, the zone stuff. Not a big gap scheme that they run there, but the zone schemes, I thought we did a good job there. And like you said, I think we may have kept the quarterback a little nervous anyway back there at times. Sometimes we had some pass rush. They did a great job of sprinting him out, moving him off, rolling him out and not letting us, not keeping him in pocket to where we could tee off or, make it easy. So they did a good job with that. And so, yeah, I'm really pleased with the whole defense. And we played a bunch of kids tonight on defense, both sides of the ball. But defensively, we played a bunch of kids. So that's good to see.
Hey, Michael. Hey, let him know that the offense was a great defense in that second half. They only allowed 9 plays in that second half.
Todd mentioned, he said, in a way, the offense was a pretty good defense for you in that second half, too, when they only ran 9 plays the entire second half.
Well, yeah, and then obviously when they had it, we were able to get them off the field and everything. But, the offense, listen, our offense, we just shot ourselves in the foot. We fumbled twice, once here in the second half. Well, obviously they recovered in the end zone, but going in, we fumbled again here on a kind of a freak type play there. He just kind of swiped it out of his hands and it just rolled back to a guy who had missed the tackle earlier. And but but those penalties and those turnovers, you can't have that when it's 6A football. When we get into that, you certainly can't do that. But I am proud of the way the guys played, and I guess, Dakari Dixon had his first career touchdown tonight. He's going to have many more. I'll go ahead and tell you, he's going to have many more. And JG, how many touchdowns did he have?
One.
I believe came out with 1 tonight. Yeah, 1. He had 1 tonight.
Carswell had 1.
Carswell had 1.
Carswell had 1.
Brooks had 1.
Brooks had 1.
Yep. So, listen, I'm proud of all those guys, the way that they, obviously those guys to get in the paint, get that many different guys in the paint, that's a great thing.
Yes, sir. They say the biggest improvements from game 1 to game 2, but you obviously have to walk out here tonight pleased.
Yeah, a lot of good, but a lot of things that we can coach on and correct on and show them that if you do it the way that we say to do it, then maybe we left some points on the board there, but that's all you want as a coach is that though.
Absolutely, Coach. We'll let you go be with your team. Thanks for your time and roll Tribe.
All right, Michael. Thank you. Roll Tribe. Thanks, man.
All right. Great job by Michael Holt down on the field tonight.
Glad to have him.
That was a little bit better than my debut was 12 years ago.
It was a whole lot better than my debut 20-some years ago, and unfortunately, I'm glad we didn't find him a few years ago, or I might be sitting in the stands of my season tickets.
All right.
Guys, I really appreciate it. It's been a blast tonight. Looking forward to it.
All right. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Time to name our players of the game on the other side and go through some quick stats and exit stage left. Indians win it 31-0 back in 2 minutes on ESPN Tri-Cities.
At East Tennessee State University, you'll find limitless opportunities to achieve your dreams. With more than 160 academic programs, ETSU allows everyone to shine. ETSU gives you a competitive edge to excel in some of the most in-demand career fields in the nation, thanks to hands-on learning and competitive internship opportunities that provide real-life experience before graduation, taking you directly from enrollment to employment. That's ETSU Edge. Learn more at etsu.edu/edge.
I'm Bob Childers with Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes. As a former volunteer coach for the Kingsport Boys Club, I can attest to the value of sports in building teams. Teamwork is vital to every part of our community, including our work here at Hamlet Dobson. As we celebrate the achievements of today's young athletes, let us reflect on the importance of building team spirit in our daily lives. Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1960.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but Boston Medical Group, our primary care providers, are here through it all. Whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients. Call 877-464-1213.
Whether you're looking for more pulling power or you simply want to blow the competition away, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler in Kingsport. Jeff's Pipe and Muffler specializes in custom exhaust systems, Flowmaster, dual exhaust, MagnaFlow exhaust, manifolds, oil changes, brakes, and automotive repair. To unleash your engine's beast, come to Jeff's Pipe and Muffler. No appointment needed. We can hear you coming. That's Jeff's Pipe and Muffler, 817 East Sullivan Street, Kingsport. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Now back to Ingles High School football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Plays 4 minutes and 4 seconds, and it was a Jake Carson 7-yard touchdown pass to Degari Dixon. It was an 18-yard touchdown pass, his first career touchdown by Dixon. Indians led it 7-0. Dobyns-Bennett forced another punt, and into the second quarter, Tennessee High had a 4th and 1 at the Dobyns-Bennett 10-yard line, but a crazy play. Phelps came into the game at quarterback, and the snap to him in shotgun formation went through his hand over his head. Simpson made the tackle for a 13-yard loss, and Dobyns-Bennett, taking over at its 23, goes 7 plays, 77 yards in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. It was a Jake Carson 6-yard touchdown pass to Branson Carswell, for the Dobyns-Bennett touchdown. The Indians led it 14-0. Dobyns-Bennett got possession back late in the second quarter. A penalty pushed them back. They were unable to mount a scoring threat, but punted the ball deep. Great Manning got it down inside the 20. Tennessee High suffered a sack by Dobyns-Bennett. Deep in its own territory, they have to punt. It goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line with like 4 seconds to go, and Dobyns-Bennett turns to Titan Thomas. He boots a 40-yard field goal as the first half comes to close, and it's 17-0 Dobyns-Bennett. Indians in the third quarter take the first drive of the third quarter, goes 6 plays, 72 yards. Another touchdown pass from Carson as he found Jonathan Gillespie open for 8 yards, and it was 24-0 Dobyns-Bennett. At that time, Tennessee High kind of has to abandon its split veer type attack, go to that spread offense, and Dobyns-Bennett's defense is able to really thwart Tennessee High. The entire second half held them to only 9 plays, probably negative yards in the second half. I'll look that up a little bit later tonight, but Indians got a big pass to Brody Dunford, who might have been appeared going for the end zone, but he fumbled, recovered by Tennessee High. Dobyns-Bennett forces another Tennessee High punt. Eventually, in the fourth quarter, Dobyns-Bennett put it away. A short touchdown run by Peyton Brooks of 2 yards, and Dobyns-Bennett wins this thing 31-0. We went over some of the team stats for you already. Let's go through some of the individual stats for Tennessee High. Quarterback Jimmy Phipps, only 3 out of 6 passing for 17 yards. Josh Bell ran 11 times for 36 yards. Phipps carried 9 times for 15 yards. Josh Green 4 times for 3 yards. And it was Owen Brown 2 times for no yards. And the team rush, Phelps, there was the team rush of minus 13 yards. So you go back and look at their rushing yards of about 40 yards. I think most of them came in the one drive early, their second possession when they went to that split back veer attack. Receiving, Fritz had all 3 catches for 17 yards. For Dobyns-Bennett, passing Jake Carson, 17 out of 25, 152 yards, 3 touchdowns. Noah Blankenship, 1 out of 2 for 20 yards. Dobyns-Bennett had 6 different running backs carry the football. Simpson, 5 for 90. Job, 3 for 42. Brooks, 7 for 36 and a touchdown. Franklin, 7 for 26. Blankenship, 1 for 12. Myers, 1 for no gain. Carson and Carswell carried 1 time for no gain, but it was Blankenship on the fake punt, too, by the way. That was a 12-yard run. Receivers, Dobyns-Bennett had 9 different Indians caught the football tonight. Gillespie, 5 for 68, a touchdown. Dixon, 4 for 31, a touchdown. 2 for 15 for Franklin, 2 for 10 for Hurd, 1 for 20 for Dunford, 1 for 9 for Vidal, 1 for 8 for Kirkhoff, 1 for 6 and a touchdown for Carswell, and 1 for 5 for Russell. So those are individual numbers. Time now to name our players of the game.
There's your one.
Yeah. I'm looking for my phone. I got to get my sponsors right for the player of the game. But some good candidates across the board tonight. You know, nobody that really just absolutely killed the stats outside of Carson, really. But let's go ahead and look at our players of the game. Sponsorship, Alachon Orthopedics, player of the game. Jenkins Insurance Group, offensive player of the game. And I think we're going to go with Jonathan Gillespie on that one. We talked about his numbers. Led the team with 5 catches, 68 yards, the 1 touchdown. Had a lot of yak yards, a lot of yards after the catch as well. So our Jenkins Insurance Group offensive player of the game is Jonathan Gillespie.
Yeah, I thought Jonathan was really one of those guys to be just 5 catches and 68 yards. He made a lot of noise with those 5 catches. And then we talked about kind of in the break about Braden Simpson. That's a big day. 5 attempts on 90 yards. Didn't get that in the end zone, but that's okay. I mean, that's a great day. But we're going with Jonathan Gillespie, and something that we're going to see more of him. And he did tonight. He kind of showed that he has that extra step that maybe a lot of teams don't have on their team, and it was good to see that speed out of him.
Yep. Time now for our Tri-CitiesSports.com Freeman Productions defensive player of the game. And Michael Holt over there talked about him relentlessly here tonight because he was on the field and he watched Andrew Myers in that linebacker spot absolutely cover sideline to sideline. He was all over the place. The way he plays linebacker, we know he's in the depth chart running back, but the way he plays linebacker and the depth we have at running back, we need him over there running down people on the defensive side of the football. That's exactly what he did tonight.
Well, that's what he did. And Michael had talked about that in the pregame about how hard to play that linebacker position and also be that running back. Now, let's say this, the running backs, if they run like they did, do you need Myers in the backfield? Maybe not. But the thing about it is he ran hundreds of yards because it seemed like every time the play got stretched out, here come Andrew Myers on the backside and making a big play, and that's exciting to see.
Yeah. Time now for our Appalachian Orthopedics player of the game. We're going to go with senior quarterback Jake Carson, 17 out of 25, 152 yards, 68% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And as Coach Christian talked about after the game, you watch him operate in that offense tonight, complete command of that offense while he was out there. Great decisions, knew where he was going with the football pre-snap almost every time, made maybe only one bad choice on where to throw the football in traffic one time. Other than that, the ball was never in peril. And congratulations to Jake. Great job, our Appalachian Orthopedic offensive player of the game overall.
You know, if we're talking about one pass, and he did, he kind of pushed that into triple coverage. If that's the one attempt out of 25 that you know, because everything else, it seemed in control, seemed like he had an idea. The biggest thing I like, too, is when he did have the incompletion, the ball was where nobody else could get to it. And I just felt like tonight that the game slowed down for Jake.
Yeah.
He never did rush. He was decisive on his decisions. He knew when he had to let it go. He knew when he had to make a good throw. And that was real exciting because we knew Jake had the throws. We knew he had the arms. We just needed him to know when to make that throw and where to throw it to. Tonight was a great start for him to start this 2022 campaign.
It was a great start for the Indians overall, too. You win 31-0 on opening night. There's things to work on.
Yeah.
You got a shutout win. Your defense pitches a shutout. Allows 50-something yards, 58 yards, I think, total. You know, obviously, you got to work on penalties. You got to keep the coaches cool on the sideline. And, you know, things like that. And you'll clean those up from week 1 to week 2. We go to Volunteer next week. It's the old friend Jesse McMillan.
Good to see
Look
Jesse.
forward to see him. Michael coached with him, I think, for a while. So that'll be fun to be on the sideline again with Jesse and Volunteer. Great year for Volunteer last year. They got some new faces. I'm anxious to see how the Falcons play next week.
Well, there's one thing about it, Stephen. We've talked about it is the novel, the book, or whatever we're going to write of the scene behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I got a feeling that if we all ride together, that our good friend Michael Holt's going to tell us some stories that have to go in that book and can't go anywhere else.
With Michael on the team, that book just got expanded.
Yeah, that book got expanded. So, but no, it's it will be exciting. I think they're growing. I think that, like you said, they got some new faces. There's no question about it. Jesse's team's going to play hard, and we need to play hard. We need to that first game to second game, the things that we did tonight, the things that we can clean up. I'm anxious to see next week us making those adjustments and play a cleaner football game.
Well, we look forward to it. Don't forget Wednesday night down on Eastman Road in Kingsport. Yours truly with head coach Joey Christian. Anybody wants to come by and join us, come by. Let's have a conversation, have a good bite to eat. We'll look forward to seeing any and all Indian fans there. They got us nice tucked away where we can't hurt anybody while we're down there. So we had a good conversation last week. We'll talk about the Volunteer Falcons. We go to Churchill. It's been a while since we've been to Churchill.
Been a while since
Look forward to being back down there. Coach Jesse McMillan, Athletic Director Jeremy Bailey do a great job. Great Falcon support. We could be out amongst the throngs next Friday night. We'll see how it all plays out.
We could be. We could be out there with you all. And listen, before we close the night out, listen. We was on live stream tonight. We appreciate Spivey, King and Spivey, and what they do to support Dobyns-Bennett Athletics and Kingsport City Schools and what they do. You know, any of your legal needs, go see them, call them, and let them help you find your solution, find your problem, help you out, and get that cleaned up for you. So appreciate them. And really want to thank Jimmy Burleson, Wesley Franklin, all that staff. Listen, this ain't an easy thing. Listen, I made mistake after mistake. We had some audio issues, some cues and stuff like that. This kind of gets smoother as it goes on, and appreciate everybody with that. It will get cleaner, and we appreciate every chance that we get to be on live stream.
Well, the only thing I really do to help getting set up is just stay out of the way, and so I do that well.
Well, let's say this. As much as I've got going on, and Michael's done a great job, I've missed my buddy Tiger Brooks, if anything, just helping me with the controls. And so, and he sent some text messages tonight, and super miss him. What would be awesome is, I'll tell you right now, to go back to the old days and bring Tiger back and put me and Michael on the sidelines. I mean, it'll be incredible. But I'm going to put Tiger on the spot. I got to make a phone call. I'm really, really hoping that there's this football game that a certain Friday night that maybe hopefully we could have a surprise visit.
A little cameo, maybe.
Little cameo. So.
All right, word up. Cameo, right?
Yeah, word up. And listen, guys. Michael Holt is a football guy and everything else, and we're so excited, so pleased, and what an addition, and what a great job he did for his first night. Like I said, me and you might be in the big leagues if our first night would have went as well as his did.
I went 3 quarters without telling the score my first night out, so hopefully I did better tonight. There's still people say I don't tell it enough. So,
well, there's some
I know that first night.
Yeah, so but I thought we did great, and we'll clean it up from the first game to the second game as well.
Absolutely. Well, it was a great job by all. A lot of fun to be back here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Enjoyed all the new amenities here. Great night of football. Indians win it 31-0. Don't forget, 6 p.m. pregame show from Volunteer next Friday night. Until then, for Michael Holt, Todd Freeman, I'm Steve Wilmuth. Appreciate Scott Stevens at the studio backing us up. Thanks to all your Dobyns-Bennett sponsors for getting us on the air. Couldn't do it without you. Go by and say hi to them and tell them how much it means to have Dobyns-Bennett Indian football right here on ESPN Tri-Cities. Final score, Dobyns-Bennett 31, Tennessee High 0. From J. Fred Johnson Stadium, good night, Roll Tribe. You've been listening to Dobyns-Bennett Indian football on ESPN Tri-Cities.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Great job, as always. Scott Stevens back at the ESPN Tri-Cities Sports Desk. I tell you what we're going to do. Science Hill's playing at Elizabethton tonight. That game kicked off 30 minutes later than the other games. It's a close game, and it's a great rivalry. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we'll join up with Kyle Cooper and Bart Lyon, the rest of the Elizabethton game. And then we'll come back with your post-game scoreboard show. How about that? Okay, so some bonus coverage of high school football right here on opening Friday night. We'll get to that in 2 minutes.
Want a good